What's up, everybody? I ain't even say hi to y'all yet. My bad. What's poppin', y'all in the chat? It's your boy Kenpachi back at it again. Thanksgiving Eve, episode 74, Kenpachi's Room Podcast. Got the usual suspects. What is today? And we have some guests. You know, they some usual guests.
Some of them are unusual.
Well, yeah, you're right. One of them, Floridian.
Yeah,
Right.
that Jordan nigga.
Hey, I ain't say your name, mate.
You didn't say his.
Eh, sh- But Blitz, how you feeling, man?
Nuketown is out, and that's the Call of Duty I remember.
How you liking it?
It's all right. I mean, it's Call of Duty. It's Nuketown. I don't care. I don't take it that seriously.
You're right. Chef, how you feeling?
Ball is getting better by the second.
Really?
Yes.
How many hours did it take?
Well, for me
Nope.
to see that, I have to pull up my record of how many hours I have in the game so far. But it is getting better by the second. The more I play, the more I am enjoying. I got some skills unlocked that allow me to dual wield heavy shit. Feel me? So I got a heavy shield and I got an axe. I'm unstoppable at this point. I don't know if y'all hearing what I'm
It
saying.
only took 7.5 hours, Nightshade, or however long.
I have 26 hours played. At the 20-hour mark, that's when I started really getting into it. Exploration plays a big part in that, though, because I've explored a lot. I don't have an opening statement, though.
I don't know about that game. I might just play backwards. I might just finish playing Origins and then go back and play, or not Origins,
Odyssey.
Odyssey, and then go back and play Origins.
I feel that.
I do.
That might be the better route.
You might as well.
And speaking, I guess, nice shade.
You
What's up
better
with
not
you?
pick me last this time.
Listen. What's
Yeah,
up with
yeah,
you, bro?
Listen, bro. I'm torn between playing PS4 games on PS5 and playing Call of Duty, and playing nothing at all. I think. I don't know. I think COD's absorbing a lot of my time. It's taking me away from these single player games. But you know, it is what it is.
You're right. You gotta get back to it though, cause I know definitely multiplayer games be taking my attention, even though I want to be playing single player games most of the time.
I just be staying up way too late trying to balance both after I get home, and then being tired of shit all week at work.
Hey, we gonna find a
Cyberpunk
way.
isn't gonna help that.
Yo,
It's really
that shit
not.
finna.
I'm in a
that
very
shit finna
similar
wreck.
boat. On average, I'm going to bed like around 3 in the morning, yo, because like there's just not enough time in the day.
I'm just trying to figure out how much money I gotta save up to quit my job for like 3 months.
And our last guest, Mitch.
My boy.
Who?
Oh shit.
Yo, you got a lot of jokes in you, bro. Let's hear another one.
I wasn't even laughing.
Hey,
Yo, introduce yourself, yo. What's wrong with you?
I'm out you,
Chef,
nigga. Don't
chef.
talk over me.
Oh my god.
Y'all funny as hell, bro. I don't even know. I'll never know if I mentioned that to y'all.
Nah, you
He
mentioned
ain't even had the
Once or
stature,
twice.
yo.
Oh, shit. Okay.
stature. What's good with y'all? I just been chilling and shit. Autumn Sale for Steam is going off, so if y'all wanna check that
Any
out,
hentai
get some new
game?
games. What's wrong with
There's
you?
plenty of
Yo.
there's plenty of them. Matter of fact, Kenpachi, keep an eye on your Steam library.
Glad you said that. I gotta check on my secret Santa who won't fucking accept my friend request.
Well, they gonna know who
Because
they are.
the game I've been playing, Kenpachi, it kind of demands to be played. Kind of.
Do indulge after the podcast.
Yeah. We will speak on it offline.
All right.
Other than that, yeah, it's been a good week, and I hope it continues to be that way.
See, I knew he was gonna do that.
I said it's been a good week.
Hey, you have fun at daycare?
Yeah, you was with me, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, you
remember?
What a
right.
comeback.
Now you right.
You remember?
Oh, not you. No, I'm laughing at Marty.
This nigga Marty, bruh. Marty, you wanna be on the podcast or something, bruh? Damn. Jeez.
Marty.
I got it,
Oh,
yo. Niggas be
Yeah, boy.
tired. Damn.
Hey,
I
boy,
was
funny.
laughing because he was laughing, bro. Because
Oh.
your laugh is
Marty.
contagious, bro. You
This
ain't know
nigga
that?
Marty.
I know
yo.
that. I know that. Sometimes I know that.
Yeah, bro. Your laugh contagious as fuck.
I take this world over.
What?
Chef,
What's
he's
wrong
probably
with
gonna
you?
do it. Running 50 miles per hour, he can grab stuff
You
out
can
of
grab
air,
stuff midair?
just out of air, out of thin air, bro.
That shit is incredible.
Nigga got powers for real. But we
Ah,
gonna go
man.
ahead and get into our first topic. All right.
I didn't watch it.
Damn.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, me neither.
I'll let you go, and then I'll say it again.
I was just about to ask y'all like what you think, but I guess y'all niggas didn't watch it. So I mean,
Who watched it?
I did.
Blitz and I.
When did it come out?
Last
19th.
Thursday. Yeah, the 19th would have been the release
Is that the
date.
Xbox one?
It's the PlayStation gameplay.
No, this is the main one that came out last Thursday.
That's Thursday.
They dropped the PlayStation gameplay like yesterday or 2 days ago, and then they dropped the Wire last week.
And we're talking about The Wire.
I'm so, bro. I watched like a couple of them. I don't know which one I watched.
I'm gonna catch up to them.
They be releasing all kinds of shit, having different names for it. Apparently.
I mean, it's not
No.
that difficult to follow. It's like
It's all under Cyberpunk.
Well, I
No,
thought
it's just
the,
Night City
I
Wire
thought, I
episode,
thought
this and that.
the Xbox thing they released like what was it last week? Not a part
Yeah.
of that.
the Tuesday. No, so outside of the main Night City Wire they released last Thursday, they also released gameplay footage on the console. Again, mainly because that's the main reason it got delayed in the first place, because the current consoles can't handle it. So it's like, hey, this is what we're working with on current gen consoles. So this is why we had a legitimate reason to push it back 3 weeks.
So is that Nightwire? Is that the one about telling the story of Edward Silverhand?
Johnny?
Johnny Silverhand?
No, I see the connection he made. Edward Scissorhands. I feel that. Yeah.
Just call him Keanu Reeves, bro.
But you're corny though.
Damn.
Yeah, they had. It's like.
All right, I'll just be quiet now.
Damn.
What's going on?
At any rate, the Night City Wire that came out last Thursday pretty much had all of them in mind, because they had the story, they had the trailer on Johnny Silverhand. They also talked about the original score, and as well as the gameplay trailer that kind of had like that finality to it that I was talking about earlier. So
I got you. No, I don't. If I did watch it, I watched it in pieces.
Hey, you can fuck Jill, bro.
Do you Blitz or I guess any rest of you? Do you actually care like about not to say like y'all don't care, but how much do y'all care about his character?
it's
Johnny?
interesting because we finally got some perspective as to what kind of role he's going to play. So the way they
Yeah.
explained it is, this is in the gameplay trailer, but basically you steal a biochip from one of the corpos, and after you pull it out, I guess like the case that it was getting contained in got ruptured or broke somehow, and the only way to keep the chip from failing and you getting like fucked over from whoever hired you to get the chip, you have to put it into your head, and that just so happened to contain like the digitized soul of Keanu Reeves' character. So that's why he you see him all over the place. Kind of like I don't know if y'all played Arkham Knight. Was it Arkham Knight or Arkham? One of the Arkham on the older.
What? Whenever Joker pops up,
Whenever
like,
Joker would be popping up in random places.
he's like a hallucination. Or if y'all watch Gotham,
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Well,
Knight.
no,
So think of
looking
like
up,
Joker's role in that. So like he keeps popping up in random places. Only you can see him. Only you can hear him.
So he's Cortana.
Kind of,
but
sorta.
yeah, but more like.
And the thing is, like, it's
less
like,
like
it's
robotic.
hard to explain because like it's I guess it's like his soul, but it also is a type of AI because it's still like it's sentient and it's actually talking to you and it has its own agenda, and you kind of have to finesse between like fulfilling your own goals and like trying to keep him happy, because I guess apparently they alluded this into the trailer, like he can take over your body whenever he feels like it, or he can just make you do shit that fits his agenda. So you kind of have to like work with him and kind of have to like kind of get to know like this Keanu Reeves AI in your head that only you can see and hear. So it was a nice. They finally explained what's kind of going on in the story. So
I do remember watching a bit of that. It it seems like ever since what was it last week's podcast when I brought up not knowing what the hell was going on.
It's like they
I've-
heard you.
Yeah, they just keep releasing more story details
Yeah.
that connects everything.
Yep. So, and it's still wide open. Like they're still being cryptic enough where it's like you still don't know exactly what's going on. The story doesn't seem predictable at all, because there's so many choices that affect how the story's going to end up. Where you can't really pick a plot point to say, oh, this is going to happen this way because I've seen this narrative in so many games before like it. So, yeah, but yeah, like you said, it's like they actually heard you last week. It was like, yeah, I want to see like what the game's more about because I already know it's going to be immersive, but what exactly is our end goal in this game? And they finally told you, so that's exciting to me anyway.
I'm so excited for this game.
So other than that, what else? Yeah, they talked about the score, the music in the game, like the original score, which was nice. They're also obviously going to have licensed music in there. Now, the nice part about that is apparently there's a mode in the game that will allow you to disable certain copyrighted tracks and replace them with tracks or music that shouldn't be copyright susceptible to DMCA or whatever. So it's a nice mode you can turn on for like if you're going to make videos or you're going to be streaming it on Twitch or whatever.
You know that feature had to be an afterthought for them. So they came out
Absolutely.
with that like extremely quickly. Imagine like all these other games that are like can't do something like or won't do something like that, and this game that isn't even out managed to put it together that quickly.
Yeah, because they saw the shit that's going on with Twitch and the DMCA going on right there. So it's like, all right, let's help out our community a little bit and say, hey, we got you with this mode, so y'all should be straight on the DMCA front.
With as much as they've got going
That
on,
was really nice of them.
their team must be like huge.
I'd imagine so. Or they're just very efficient.
Yeah.
Maybe not efficient enough to delay the game for 3-4 times, but
Hey, let me add another 10 hours to y'all's work week real quick.
it was cool for them to put that. It was nice that they were able to put that together in such a short time and on such short notice. So that'll be nice. So if you plan on making Cyberpunk videos, you don't have to worry about meeting the radio or whatever because it should replace it with like I guess royalty free music in there. I think it's available on default on console. They said on PC you have to go into the options menu to toggle it. So
I wonder would they give you the option to add your own custom shit like San Andreas used to do.
yeah, I used to do that on Xbox when I would play Saints Row. I had a flash drive of like different music that I would want to listen to while playing Saints Row. That'd be cool if they could support a feature like that. But then again, it's probably easy to do on PC. You just have Spotify open in another background. I mean, not to say that I don't think Cyberpunk's score is going to be good. I think it'll be good, but yeah, I just thought that was a nice touch for them to kind of put the royalty-free stuff in there as consideration for content creators.
It's definitely gonna make watching people stream it a lot
more tolerable.
a lot easier to watch because I've tried to watch people stream games now, and it's just like watching people play any Souls games is like torture. Like listening, like watching someone, yeah, they have to because like during all the boss fights and everything in certain areas, there's music playing, and like the boss fights are what like they're known for their music. So you're just like hearing swords clang and.
Free?
Wait, no, Dark Souls 3 isn't copyrighted music, or Dark Souls soundtracks aren't copyrighted.
All right, go try it.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'm just a little surprised that it's like that.
Wait, nah, that doesn't. Niggas have actually gotten striked for playing Dark Souls music.
Apparently, that's what it sounds like, right, Nightshade?
Yeah, and I know it was a big deal with Demon Souls, especially being that it just came out. Go click on any Demon Souls stream and see if you hear music. Which some people are willing to risk it, but I think most people are like,
I'm like I said, I believe it. I'm just a little surprised that it's like that.
I think a lot of streamers are just like scared right now too.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, we'll consider it a CDPR to put that in there on such short notice because obviously they see the shit that Twitch is on. They're like, all right, let's just make sure our guys are, our community's taken care of on that front. So And they did say it's a small number of tracks. They didn't say specifically which ones, so it should be good. But you know, it's still a nice feature. Tried to kind of put a failsafe in there.
What do we think of the customization from what we saw of the trailer that they put out?
It's interesting. If you go back a little bit towards the beginning of that last part of the gameplay trailer, I did see. I wanted to get your thoughts on those dreads because I did see a little bit of them. They flashed them real quick when they're in the create a character menu. They do it quick, but
Yeah.
that's the one thing I was a little worried of. Is are they gonna actually have like black hairstyles? And that looks like the closest thing we've got so far. Well, yeah. What do you think?
They could have
It's
been
it's
better.
better than what yeah, it could be better, but it's better than what I thought they'd include. I thought they'd cheap out on it. I don't know. I kind of want them to, I kind of want like one side to be dreads and one side to be shaved, or something like that, or maybe like a fade with dreads or something like that. I want to make my nigga look like Killmonger. Yeah, I want to make my nigga look like Killmonger. That's what I'm driving at. So.
It's alright.
Yeah. It's a lot better than, honestly, when it comes to like black hairstyles in video games, I always set the bar very low, because if not, you're just constantly disappointed. So I mean, for that to be what they give us, it's not that bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Outside of that, I'm trying to think what else. They're talking about in-game rewards that will be free add-ons for the game. I think it's like jackets and not calling cards, but like some in-game stuff. I'm trying to remember what it was. It looked nice, but I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. I'll get it when I get it." So.
This perk system and everything that they have here.
What was I about to ask you? Oh, kind of to go back to the streaming thing. Do y'all really even plan on watching anybody stream this game?
I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I was thinking like that was my dilemma because I want to stream it, but it's like who's gonna watch? Everybody's gonna be playing the game themselves.
Nah, people will watch.
People will watch, but I think for me, it's just like I kind of don't want to know.
Like
I'm
everybody I know,
conflicted.
I
I don't
doubt
know.
they would watch it. Like
Because there's some channels I support that I would like to see how they play the game, but at the same time, like I don't want to get like, it's the same way I feel about Nier. Like I can't watch certain people. I can't, just not even certain. I can't even watch people play Nier because I get the tendency to backseat game. So
yeah.
The only way I would watch this is if a YouTuber posts some videos once I'm past them, or if I'm at a spot where I don't know where the hell to go. But other than that, I don't even watch
like
streamers like that anyway. So I would never watch this on a Twitch stream.
Release night, I doubt any. I don't think like anybody.
Release night, I'm not watching
views.
nobody. I wanted this shit to be as visceral a experience as possible.
Yeah, like 12 a.m. As soon as that hits, I don't really see what numbers niggas will be hitting. Like I just see everybody on the game themselves.
Let me double check what you were talking about earlier because this was a rumor that was out there. Let me check my Steam library. So this game will unlock on December 9th. Yeah, so it looks like the Polish time. I think they're going to be releasing at midnight, December 10th Polish time, which is 6 o'clock Eastern here in the States. So
game basically,
wow,
basically
so
literally early.
So yeah, we got to think about that.
Well, people who have work. Kind of
it'll be ready to go depending on when preload is available. As soon as I'm off work, it's ready to go. So yeah, I'm not gonna be in Discord that night.
I don't really like it's the thing. It's like, bro, like who is gonna be doing anything but playing this game? I don't see anybody watching streams, watching YouTube videos, anything like that. Like
people are definitely gonna be doing that.
People are gonna be watching streams. The people that don't have it.
But like who, if you're interested in this game enough to watch a release night, wouldn't you want to buy? Wouldn't you want to just play?
They probably don't have money.
Yeah, Mitch, not everyone operates on that scale. Like a lot of people, like when a game comes out, they're gonna watch people stream it anyways. Like a lot of people don't care about story or anything like that. A lot of people aren't as hyped for this game as like this specific group of like people are.
Yeah.
And you have to admit there is a certain sect of people that'll probably watch this game just to see it fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Even though I
that's
don't
true
think this
because
game
I
will
had
fail.
somebody
Yeah, because this game can't fail. It doesn't have a choice.
I had
Yeah.
somebody think that or tell me that like Cyberpunk's hype is like it's huge, but it's not that crazy. He tried to
It
tell me that
actually
like
is.
Miles Morales had bigger hype this year than Cyberpunk, which was like
you can tell them I said they're an idiot.
like I literally like I couldn't put it into words like how much hype Cyberpunk has. You can't explain that. Like it's just there.
It's the most anticipated title of the last 10 years.
Like this shit's hype is disgusting.
Now I'll be honest, like, and I've spoken to some people in the Discord about it, but like the game was cool when I was excited about it when they showed it, and I'm still excited about it. But it's never been something where I'm like jumping up and down. Like it's gonna be a cool game, but I don't see it being in like my top 5 or anything. Like it's
it
just
could be.
aesthetically, it's just not in my taste.
I was
But I'm
excited
sure
for
it's gonna be a fun
Cyberpunk,
game.
but they delayed it too many times. I'm gonna still
I'm not-
play it, but my hype for it like went completely down the drain.
It's hype because it's like this is an amazing game. Well, we want it to be an amazing game, but like emotional attachment to it, I guess I don't have like the way I have it for like if a new Zelda was announced or a new Fallout or God of War, like God of War, like the way it's a new thing, yeah.
So I mean,
yeah. Like I'm not like losing my mind over like every Night City Wire and shit like that, like everything new, but just like yo, I really do want to play this game.
I guess I'm on an island then because my anticipation
no, I'm
is
excited
still
for
as
the
high
game.
as it's been.
Yeah,
I'm like super
it's
excited.
the same as it started out to be, honestly.
Because everyone tells me that The Witcher 3 is one of the greatest games ever concocted, and this is supposed to be better than that.
Longer too.
You have no. It's not as long. They said it's going to be shorter.
This Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shorter.
Did you
than
not
The Witcher.
see the
Yeah, we
death
saw.
thing?
Yeah, no, it's shorter.
Yeah.
They,
If
they
you
said
did-
it was.
They
They
said
said
it
it was
straight from their
shorter like
mouths.
9 months ago.
They said this. I thought this was supposed to be longer than The Witcher
Nope. It's
No.
shorter.
because
But
The
not
Witcher.
not by much, but it's shorter.
Yeah.
Because I
'Cause
think
how
it's
much-
in. I think it's in the doc too. What's a QA tester has 175 hours on the game. He's still nowhere near done.
Yeah.
And
The
I thought
developer.
to do everything on Witcher took like 135 or some shit like that. He's 175 hours in and he's nowhere. He has to 100% the game. Like that's apparently
No, he said
he's obligated.
No, he said he's not doing 100% playthrough.
I thought
I'm looking
QA
at the article. He
testers-
said he didn't.
he doesn't have to.
We
He
can
doesn't
pull
have
up
to
the
100%.
article now if you really.
No, you can. No, you.
We
I'm
got the
not.
receipts.
I'm not like fully disagreeing, but I'm just saying like, what you call it? Like,
He's
isn't
taking
as a
his, he
QA
said
tester
he's taking his time looting and seeing everything on the hardest difficulty.
175 hours. I never saw
But
niggas
he's
hitting
not
that.
going. But he's not doing 100%.
Hmm.
But he's taking his time. But yeah, he's not doing.
So for the average person like us, like we like to explore our games. At least I assume we do. This would
Yeah,
probably
I
be
have
like
a
a
problem with
solid
that.
like.
Me
80
exploring games is one of the reasons that I don't finish them is because I end up dragging it out too long exploring and doing side quests.
That's half the fun.
It's like 80 for us. One playthrough would probably be an easy like what 50 hours for us. Maybe
At
80.
least if I'm taking my time, depending on how long the campaign
Yeah.
is. Because I think
80 in one playthrough.
the last single player game I invested this much energy into was Nier, and I think that campaign is probably what, like
20 hours.
20 hours ish per character, maybe. No, it's probably a little bit shorter because you start repeating a lot of things once you get to 9S and A2. But to do, I have 67 hours on Nier right now, and I took a lot of time doing my exploration in the 2B phase. So, I mean, you could probably chalk it up to say 20 hours exploring and then 40 hours doing playing the actual game, doing the main campaign, I guess. But yeah, no, CDPR is on record saying it's not as long. It's shorter than The Witcher, but not by much. And this is saying The Witcher 3 takes anywhere from 50 to 190 hours to finish. So.
Because I don't know. I didn't think they would do that. I thought this game would be longer.
No, I mean they don't need to make it longer. Like a long
It,
game
it
doesn't
sounds like
equal
it
better
sounds like it's
game.
gonna be plenty to do.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not equating quality, or I'm not equating the amount of time to quality, but I thought, like, you know, since this is like their next big project and it's supposed to stump The Witcher, I thought they would add like maybe a couple more hours of content, but they're not.
But the thing, I
obligated
mean,
to.
if you think about it though, and that's the thing about The Witcher is like your
Too long?
choices. No, your choices make up how the game ends for you. So which means you're going. It's got a lot of replay value. So those hours, I mean, they go up dramatically if you count all that in.
If
So,
you
I
want,
mean, it
yeah,
really
if you do
doesn't matter
multiple
how long
playthroughs.
it takes you to get through one playthrough.
Yeah, because you're probably most likely gonna go through another one. So,
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna crack. Like, what's like, how many hours y'all think you're gonna have on this game when it's all said and done?
After multiple
Shit,
playthroughs, I'd say
shit.
around the same that dude had, probably
Shit
175
might look like Rainbow. I
to
don't
like
know.
200.
That's
Okay, 1,000 hours is OD. I'm not gonna lie.
well, I thought
A
I'll
thousand-
say 50 to 60.
Well, you mean like across multiple
Total?
playthroughs? Like whenever you're done with the game completely, you're like, okay, I've done majority of what I set out to do, or like one playthrough.
Yeah, 50 to 60.
I'd say
One-
about 250 by the time I'm done with it.
yeah. I'm
One
thinking, yeah, 'cause that's
playthrough,
what
I'd
said
give
when I
myself-
say
playthroughs.
done.
One playthrough, I'd give myself like 60. All said and done, probably around 200.
I'm thinking like 300, 400, because I'm gonna be doing all 3 life paths. I'm gonna try and go through every nook and cranny that the game offers, so that I
That's
can
like-
find on my own. So
That's like playing Fire Emblem 3 houses and playing through every house. Oh,
yeah, but
God.
this is a lot more appealing than Fire Emblem. So at least to me,
Hmm?
anyway. I hate JRPGs.
So speaking of delays and why they delayed it, how's this PlayStation gameplay looking?
I mean, it looks fine to me.
Yeah.
If this is what it took for, I'm curious to see what it looked like a month ago, because
Right.
if this is the supposed reason why it delayed, it got pushed 3 weeks. Then I like to see what the quality was a month ago or 2 months ago that made them want to push this back. To
It was
quality-
probably
to quality
stability
control it.
issues.
All that being said, there is still going to be a day one patch is going to be put out there to optimize everything, which I don't really have an issue with, because honestly, what game doesn't have a day one patch these days anymore? It's just part of the game at this point. Which is funny because now that, like Mitch said earlier, there are quote unquote leaked copies out there already. So
You didn't hear that story?
I heard about it, but I didn't look into it because I don't want to see gameplay leaks.
Right.
Nah. So essentially, the bro broke, like, I don't know how he got it, but he got into a stock of like copies of the game for the PS4. He stole a copy. He took it home. He streamed it for a little bit, and then he sold it for $80. So
Is he still on the streets or is he in jail by now?
I'm pretty sure he's still on the streets, but he's probably gonna
That's
get
crazy.
like charges pressed, because the problem is that he streamed it and he stole it. But yeah, like, we don't know how he stole it. Maybe he has a job at GameStop and he just stole a copy. But my thing with this is that this basically confirms that the game is coming out. Copies, like even Cyberpunk themselves, like on Twitter, they posted a picture.
Yeah, they doubled down
physical
on the
copies.
release date. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like copies are out there. Like somebody took the game home, the full game. So
yeah, but you think they printed all these games in like 3 days, Mitch? I mean, these games have been printed. They've been
Yeah, the
it's
game
just
went
been sitting in
gold
a
like 2 months
warehouse.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah, whenever it goes gold, that's when they make the game.
like
That's
the
when they
copies
copy
and CDs.
That's when that's
Yeah.
when it should be, that's when they send the copies
All
to the
the-
retailers.
All this extra
Oh.
weeks and stuff, that's on patch stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
whenever-
saying. It's
when-
like
Whenever
whatever
you
he
see it,
showed.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, whatever he showed on stream for that 20 minutes or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Is like I'm not gonna watch it obviously, but I'm curious to see how it ran, because they're still doing fine tuning. Because I think the copies came out, or he streamed it before they released that PS4, PS5 footage. So that's when they further cleaned it up. That's why they still have that day one patch. So
Right.
that copy that he streamed doesn't have the patch applied. So I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how the game performed, but I'm not gonna look it up because I don't want any spoilers. I kind of regret looking at the PlayStation footage, because it showed the Nomad life path, at least the start of that, and that's the life path I'm starting on first. So
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
that's
for.
why I purposely didn't watch this because too much gameplay would end up ruining something.
Dude, this
See,
works,
see,
dude.
see,
Yeah.
Well,
full
just
circle.
go ahead, stop it right
Yeah.
here.
yeah.
Full
That being
circle.
said, but that being said, like this would be my final thing was like, because if you watch that gameplay trailer, like, and when they finally explain what the game is about, like you could, at least for me, I got a sense of finality to that trailer. Like, all right, this is the last thing that's gonna come out. It felt basically like a launch trailer. Like, so it's like, yeah, like that December 10th date, yeah, it's put it in stone. There really can't be a way for it to get pushed back now, unless something biblical happens that's like ridiculous. But yeah, so like, but between that, the gameplay trailer and the copies being out there, yeah, it seems like, yeah, mark your calendars for.
I wish Homeboy they got a hold of that copy. Would have put that disc in and would have bricked his console.
That would have been crazy.
That would
would've
have been
been
karma
amazing,
moving
yeah.
like a mother.
Bro, it's like you have the most anticipated game, and you
And
sold
he
it for only
sold
80.
You
He
sold
only
it
sold it for
80, my
80.
nigga?
He was nervous. He knew
I
it was
would
gonna
have
go down.
sold, bro. That's like
I would
500
charge at least
minimum.
double. I would.
Nah,
I
yo,
don't know
That's
about
what I'm
500.
saying, 80,
I'm
bro.
running niggas up for
80,
like
bro.
500.
Nah, he had to get. You can't sell it for that much because at that point you're selling it online. If you sell it online, that's just getting taken down immediately. They sniping your ass and then they finding you.
Oh yeah. And CD Projekt Red is backed by the Polish government, so they probably got feds
Oh,
working
yeah.
on it to
Yeah,
get
they
that nigga. So
Polish,
Oh,
they-
Polish
special
government don't
ops on his
they're coming after
ass.
you. They're gonna run up
They
to his
don't-
house.
they
They're gonna
don't.
run up to his apartment like Rainbow, yo. Put that thermite on the door.
They gonna look like Kenpachi and Splinter Cell trying to kick down the door.
Listen.
Nah, bro, that man, like that's like, it's like, it reminds me of like when people were stealing Smash copies and streaming them, and Nintendo was no, it wasn't Smash, but some Nintendo game nigga leaked it, and they sent niggas to that nigga's house for that
Nintendo
shit.
got hit his. That's Soldier Boy.
Like they would have, like
Put out them
Cyberpunk.
Switch.
I forgot he did that for us.
Yeah,
TV.
Soldier Boy put out them Switch knockoffs, and then as soon as not only did they send him a cease and desist, but he got into a car accident that following weekend. Think that's coincidence? I think not.
They're trying to set that
Nintendo
nigga
got
up.
hitters, bruh.
Yeah, he's wild for that. Like, bro, like a smart person, bro. Let me get a copy of that game almost a month before release. Nobody will know.
I'm surprised that nigga didn't make copies, bro. Like, yo, what are you doing?
No, that's so illegal. What?
That's
so illegal.
Hey, listen.
All right, at that point you going to booty getting prison.
you might get shot on site.
Dude, you are
They
gone.
might throw the book. Yeah, CD Projekt Red will throw the book at you. if
Fuck
you
making
that.
copies. Fuck streaming. Sell. Bro, I'm just gonna
Throw a
play.
whole
I'm just gonna
textbook
beat
at
the
your head,
game.
yo.
I keep it to myself. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be nowhere. I'm just gonna play this game, and then I'll resubmerge day one. Yo, I beat the game already. Y'all wanna know what I liked about it? Like type shit. Like I would have put out a review day one type shit. Like, well, then again, our news outlets already get the copy.
That being said, I'm still super excited for the game. The last delay it did hurt, but for the most part, my hype hasn't wavered. I kind of don't want to say much else more about it because I still want to do that pregame kickoff next week, or is it? I think it is next week, isn't it? What's it? 25th?
Is it?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
it'd be next week
The game comes out next
or
week.
that day.
No.
Well, no. Here's the other thing I was thinking. Since it comes out on Wednesday night, do we want to do that
It's a
episode
weird day.
earlier?
What time will we do it? Because Chef got working, or it'll feel like it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
If people got work, then I don't think we might just have to do it. Would y'all want to do it Thursday, or are we too busy playing the game?
Oh no, I'm
We
not.
busy.
As soon as the game's
We
available,
busy
I'm
with the-
ghost.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna be here, bro.
You want
Be coming home from work straight on Cyberpunk.
or maybe just skip that week altogether.
Yeah, we might
Yeah,
just do that, to be honest.
We might. Okay, that's fine.
Mitch, you be skipping anyway, so
Bro, shut up,
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Chef. What's wrong with
I'm
you?
No.
gonna lie, I was probably gonna drive that episode anyway because like I'm reading up on the lore. I'm looking up like Easter eggs and shit. So like I already know like a little bit more about the world build because I'm very interested in the world building of the game. So I'd probably be talking a lot, but if
I
it's
think
just
this
me,
is-
then that's fine. So we can. I wouldn't mind just skipping that week.
This is probably the most hyped up game that I've
Lived.
not been completely that I've not been completely in tune with. Like I'm going into this game almost completely blind.
Good.
Is
Yeah, I
it safe
think-
to?
I wish I could be you, bro.
Most of these games that are like this, that are this hyped up, I've already researched to the point where I know exactly what the fuck's gonna happen before it comes out. So this is like the first one where I've like, I really don't.
Yeah.
have
Now
no
when I
idea what's going on.
when I
blind,
talk about
low-key.
when I talk about like looking stuff up about the game, I'm talking more about like the lore and the world building and like why like 2077 is the way it is. That's what I'm most interested in. And like I said, it's like based on the tabletop game that my man's made. I'm trying to remember his name, but I've been looking more up on that stuff. Like like I got the art book. I'm looking stuff up on that. It's just little nuggets that are like really interesting. But I mean, like I said, we can probably skip that week because we're gonna be all engrossed in the game, and then just come back that following week just talking about like our impressions of the game, like how far we are, and all that kind of stuff. So if that's cool with y'all.
We can do that.
All right, next. Why is Comcast starting
it's
to put caps
Comcast.
on y'all, yo? What's going on?
Anybody in
Comcast.
here have Comcast?
Me.
I do.
Oh man.
But I live in Michigan, and we've been had data caps, so this is
Uh.
nothing new to me. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you're an Xfinity customer and you live in the following territories: Connecticut, Delaware, D.C., Massachusetts, Maryland, Maine, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Vermont, West Virginia, buckle up because you about to get data caps on your shit.
So no Florida?
Doesn't look like it. I didn't say Florida. So,
We hype.
so
Florida's
shit's still
fiber
fucked
lines
up.
run through the swamp. Ain't nobody, they
not
ain't,
to
they
say,
ain't doing nothing with that.
but who knows if that maybe Florida might get hit with that too. You never know.
I mean, like with how often Comcast goes down, I'd be damned if they put data caps on me. But
I mean, I don't really worry. It doesn't
You
really
think
affect
they
me
care?
that much. They don't
they
care.
stay.
Number one, they don't
stay.
care. Number two, it doesn't really affect me all that much. The only time I ever get affected by it is when I watch football every weekend and I have like all the games up at one time. Usually that's when I start getting those warnings that hey, you reached 75% of your data cap. I was like, okay.
Yeah. What
Um,
was the data cap? It was like 1.2 terabytes. Do
Yeah.
y'all actually use that much?
Not like I said, it
Oh.
has to be extenuating circumstances for me to get that high. Otherwise, no.
I could download everything on Pornhub, and I don't think I'd use that.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
it's just funny because it's like all those people that bought digital versions of the PS5 is like when you have to download everything. And now if you live in one of these states, now you got to start paying. You might need to start paying a little bit more attention to your internet bill. But especially if you got like something like Stadia. Oh Lord,
Constantly streaming.
I warned y'all about that. But
What's getting on?
I just thought it was funny. I know like they referenced that they're in direct competition with FiOS. Which is hilarious because like I would kill to have FiOS up here, but c'est la vie. But yeah. But who's to say they won't put this in other states? Could be just a start. Who knows?
So I
Probably
use
is.
a local internet company here where I live, and they don't have like super fast speeds. Like I think the most I could get is 100 down. I think I get 50 down, and then like I don't pay for more because I don't really need it. I don't use it for nothing. But they don't have a data cap either. So
Yeah.
I mean they don't. And my server I could walk to my server. It's like not even a quarter of a mile up the road. I mean, I feel sorry for people who have to like live in cities and stuff, have to use like Comcast, like these big companies that really don't care.
It's not that bad. At least for my purposes, I really don't like see like a big issue. Like, would I like to have fiber? Of course, because everybody wants everything to be faster.
Mhm.
But at least for my purposes, I mean, when I stream like sports or play games, be in Discord, I mean, it doesn't really affect me like at all. I know like now Comcast does have unlimited data plans available through them. The only catch is you have to use their router. It's like this, like it almost looks like a PS5.
Oh yeah, that router. I have that shit. It's like
It's supposed
a
to be
big
like
ass
all. It's
block.
supposed to be like complete everything. Like you can do your Wi-Fi, your home security, and all that shit through this one like device. So that's the only catch. That if you want to get unlimited data through them, then you have to use the router. But it's like, I thought about it because when the one time I did go over, I was like, because I think they charge like what is it like $10 for every 5 gigs you go over, and then like 100 for 50 or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I very seldom get to that point. So, but I did think about it the one time I did go over. But it's like, I mean, I'm what they were asking, the price they were asking for. It's like I'm never gonna reach it. Like I barely reach the cap now. So like I'll just, if I go over, I go over. I'll get hit with the 10 extra bucks a month. It's fine on that for that month. It's whatever. But like I said, for those who are, especially now that the pandemic's still going on, and there's a lot of people working from home, and they're using their internet a lot more often than they normally probably would. You got to keep an eye on your bill if you live in any of those states. So,
because they gonna get you.
It's capitalism right there.
yeah, and people are not happy on Twitter. They yelling about it on Twitter and stuff.
Greed.
Comcast. Yeah, I think it's in the article. You can scroll down. Like Comcast is like, yeah, we don't care. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
Where you gonna do? What you gonna do? Leave? Because
Where you gonna go? You gonna get HughesNet?
There's some cities that only work through Comcast. Like my apartment complex, they only allow you to have Comcast. You can't get any other provider.
That's a monopoly.
It's nuts. Like it doesn't bother me, but I know for some people, yeah, that would get them tight. But
Yeah.
so for some people, yeah, they don't have a choice.
I've been friends with people who literally live in areas that's just like somebody sitting in a server room flipping a light switch and just turning shit off and on.
Yeah. So, hey man, this is America. If you love capitalism so much, you can't complain about it as much. For those who need to hear that, that's all I'm saying.
Took you that long to place a hero down, bruh?
Anywho. So, as we all called it, Sony stepping up to the plate as usual.
Are they really stepping up though?
Listen, we already know Xbox took the cake on this run, right?
On this run, what do you mean?
Like on this battle.
On this new generation.
They already won?
I mean,
they have a leg up, is what
they
he's
have a
saying.
leg up.
Okay.
Just like PlayStation 4 had a head start on, not really a head start. The race started on last gen, and Xbox fell down immediately with their pants around their ankles, and PlayStation just capitalized.
They came out slow out of the blocks, and
this time it's more of an even race, but Xbox they had some utility.
Xbox is way above what the fuck PlayStation doing.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, yeah, their consoles aren't exploding as much as Sony's are. So
are their consoles exploding? Should I be worried?
Not yet.
I mean,
they just put out a patch today. You might want to download that if you haven't.
Yeah, I got a notification about that. I don't know what it did, but I know whenever I booted up Persona, when I turned it on and it gave me that notification, my game froze. I got a little worried.
Oh no.
Yeah. So they did put a system update like late yesterday or last night. So, but yeah, Sony they're teasing their response to Xbox Game Pass. I mean, like Kenpachi said, we already know what Xbox Game Pass offers in terms of volume and the volume for that price. And I guess Sony's trying to come up, pretty much everything. And Sony's looking to compete with that directly with their own version. That's not PlayStation Now or PS Plus collection, because those things are nice, but they're not Game Pass.
But see, that's my thing. I don't understand. Like, what is this going to be? Because PlayStation Plus is like a collection of PlayStation exclusives for the
PlayStation
most
Now or
part.
Plus?
I said Plus.
PlayStation
PlayStation Plus is a collection of like exclusive games that are on. I don't know if are they on the PS4 too. I know they're on the PS5. I know
I don't know about PS4, but
yeah, they came out at launch. I think it's just for PS5 people who would have something to play. Pretty much. But they have that, and then they have PS Now, which was supposed to be
that like 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's still there. It's just they pretty much backed out on like full support for it because it was bullshit. But it was supposed to be the competitor of the Game Pass, and they kind of just like swept that under the rug. It's still there. You can still pay for it. It's just kind of garbage.
I think what this is gonna be. So we know PS Now was like a failure, but I feel like what this is gonna be is so it's gonna be like Game Pass, where you have a set amount of games and exclusives on the membership for a set price. But the thing that is gonna like kill like I guess the game is it's gonna be like all the legendary exclusives that they put out. from the past generation, and they could possibly
not
put
enough.
out shit from the PS3.
That's
Like,
not enough.
because Xbox Game Pass has 360.
Everything.
They have 360s like hits, and they have all the new shit coming out.
And OG
So-
Xbox, yeah, that's the key. But, like when you mentioned like PS4 hits and then PS3, that's not enough.
How many OG Xbox? Wait, how many OG Xbox games are on there? I didn't see that many.
A pretty
There's
decent
a
amount.
there's a decent
It's not
amount
a
of
it's
games
not a
on there.
ton. It's not every single one under the sun. But It's a
Right.
pretty decent amount.
Yeah,
but
no, there's
the
a decent
thing-
amount of games.
But all those things that you mentioned are good. But the reason why I say that's not enough is because Xbox Game Pass, all the new games that are coming out,
Yeah,
go
they
right
get
there
it.
at launch. On
Yeah,
day
they're
one.
there.
Yeah, and
Sony
that's
has-
just
all their
the thing.
exclusives
Sony
are there. Not only are they there, they're also go to the PC Game Pass as
And
well for the most
And
part.
if Sony
Yeah.
and if Sony really wants to compete with Game Pass like that, they have to match that at least.
Yeah, they like I was gonna say, like, you know, obviously
like
you get a
and
lot of
Clank
great
coming
games.
out, like the new Ratchet and Clank or new God of War Ragnarok. It has to be on. Let's call it
Yeah,
PlayStation Game Pass. It has to be available with PlayStation Game Pass day one.
yeah,
Can't be,
like
wait a month or wait 6 months or some shit like that.
it's a lot of great games on there. But like to really compete, they need to start releasing everything.
And honestly, they got
on, like,
PC
release
too.
date as
They
well.
They got to tap.
They
They
gotta
gotta
put-
tap
yeah.
into
Well,
it.
they
gotta
have to.
tap into it.
I'm sorry,
They-
Sony
they-
ponies. You have to play with PC too.
The thing about that though is that it's going to be a lot harder for them to do that, especially out the gate, because Microsoft has spent like the last 4 years setting up
Planning
this
this.
infrastructure for them to just
Yeah.
integrate this into PC. Like they caught them off guard. They don't know what the fuck to do. They just throwing shit
that's
out
what I'm
there.
saying. This is like I keep going back to the track analogy. It's like you have the sprinter that's trying to supposedly run distance. Like it's a different type of muscle that you have running distance versus sprints, bruh. So that's what I'm
And-
saying. If they're serious about competing with Xbox on the Game Pass thing,
Get to
They
the
have to
drawing
make
board, bruh.
they
Get the
have to
plans.
make the new games available on this past day one, and they have
and
to.
then they have to put
They
it
don't
on
got to
PC.
do it right, not right away, but I think it has to be soon, in tow, in not far behind. They have to be available.
But here's the thing:
You
is
also-
if they put it on PC, then why do we get consoles?
But
Exactly.
the thing is,
that's not Sony's
Mitch,
problem.
is that the thing is with this is that Microsoft has played this so well that unless like their first party games, in order for this to work, their first party games this generation has to be like the greatest of all time.
They
Like
have
I
to be
mean,
worth
I
it.
mean every game has to be in the top 10 because now Microsoft has Bethesda and all of their fucking games that are coming out and that have come out. They have a deal with EA. They have all of EA's games, which means PlayStation's not going to get that on their pass. They have Destiny because Activision let go of Destiny, and they're on Destiny 2's on the Game Pass with the new expansion. Like that's not going to be on the PlayStation Pass. So these are
You
like
have to pay for it.
top games that are like not going to come to PlayStation on that pass. Games and companies, entire companies that aren't coming to PlayStation. So like they'd have to pull some miracle shit to make this work as well as the Game Pass did.
They really had to do some corporate finessing to really get studios on board with this because a lot of studios are already in bed with Microsoft on this.
And Microsoft's
Yeah.
still looking at buying shit.
But y'all also remember that PlayStation has a lot of they also have their own, like, you know, Bethesda, I guess. Like they've signed a lot of different studios under their, I guess, banner.
Like who?
Because what was it called? The PlayStation, like they made a whole new studio with all of like Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch, like the
Well,
people
that's
who
what I'm
make games
saying,
for
Mitch.
them. It's like it have to be somewhat on that, like all those people that they have, and then they put all their games on there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they have these first party studios. That's what I'm saying. Their first party games have to be the best ever in order to compete with these other companies because Microsoft, like other than having Bethesda and EA under their thumb now, like they also have all these new studios that they bought, including what's the people that made New Vegas?
That's
Obsidian?
Obsidian. Yeah,
they got
that's
them.
the thing. That's another like avenue. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Microsoft is crazy as fuck. Like,
Bro, they
this
got Elder Scrolls.
generation.
What
They got
PlayStation
Elder
gonna do?
Scrolls, Fallout,
New
like
Fable coming out.
Doom.
they got yeah.
What they
The thing, your mic got ripped out, but no, like the thing is, bro, because I was hyping up this Bethesda like trade, I guess. I was like, yo, this shit is fire as fuck. And niggas were like disagreeing because they were like, yo, like Bethesda's not a good gaming company.
They're
Like,
not.
And I'm like,
But they
They're
do
I
absolutely
mean,
really
on
good
their
garbage.
own now when they're left to their own devices, but now
on
they
their
have
own,
Microsoft.
yes. But the reason
now-
the reason the deal was amazing is because you got all these different like everything that Bethesda owns, which is Wolfenstein and all them, all like, you know, the big hitters that we've gotten these past couple years, like that all comes with Bethesda. It's not about just Bethesda. So it's like that
about Bethesda,
alone
but now that they're under Microsoft, they're going to be held to a standard. Like make sure your fucking games work.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer's
Games
like, I'm
gotta
not
work.
out here looking to get embarrassed by you. Y'all better fix your shit.
Not even work. Just make sure they exist.
That too.
I'm just
Like,
gonna work.
I'm pretty sure Fallout
Um,
76 didn't exist 2 days before it launched.
Todd Howard got to stop lying.
They didn't tie him to a tree and duct tape his mouth so he don't be talking.
He on the same plane as what's the old boy's name? Pitchford and fucking
Randy
2K.
Pitchford, Ronnie,
Who's homeboy that made Gears?
Cliff
Cliffy B.
Bleszinski.
Yeah, Cliffy B. Yeah.
Cliffy B, shut up, yo. They don't you don't hear from him no more. He got humble. I hope he got humbled.
I think I just saw a thing the other day where he was talking about he wanted to make another game.
Yeah, he did say that.
I mean, he can make another game. I just quit talking so much. Like you don't care about these other games in your mouth. What was the other thing I was going to say about Game Pass for Sony? Obviously the cost has to be good.
Yeah.
Like
Shit
honestly,
can't be no $30 a month.
I'm about to say, did you honestly think Sony's going to undercut Microsoft on Game Pass and make that?
No
shit
way.
work?
Hell no.
No way.
Like-
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be 15.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that people are gonna because they're probably going to make it 15 because it is Sony, but $15 for me because
here's
that's how
the
much
other-
I pay a month.
Right.
$15 for me gives me Game Pass on Xbox, Game Pass on PC, and Xbox Live Gold on my Xbox.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Are they going to bundle it with PS Plus? Because you still have to pay a separate fee for PS Plus.
Doubtful.
What happens with PlayStation Now? 'Cause like I said, I thought they put a
Right.
bullet in that 2 years ago. What happens
Right.
with the PS Plus collection you just announced?
Right.
What happens with that? They have three they're going to have 3 Loki streaming services, and they're all going to do the same thing. Like, and they're probably going to make you pay for all 3 of them.
Yeah, I think before they
Separately.
let shit leak like we're making a game streaming service or a Game Pass, they probably should have been like, yeah, let's clean this shit up first. Hey, I don't work for Sony.
Maybe Sony should just stay in their lane, just keep making good exclusive, first-party exclusives,
Yeah.
and leave the accessibility and the cost-effective stuff to Microsoft. Because, like Nightshade said, Microsoft's been planning this for at least 4 to 5 years, and now they have the foundation and the infrastructure to do it.
And they're executing.
Sony's trying to buy their way into it, but in under a year or however
They ain't
long
got that
it'll take them to
Microsoft
put
money.
that out.
They do not have the
Yeah,
Microsoft money.
Sony got money, but they don't got Microsoft money.
Yes, they do.
No,
Oh wait,
they
never
do
mind.
not.
Microsoft is crazy. Never mind.
Microsoft owns Windows on every PC
Yeah,
in the world.
Microsoft. I'll be forgetting.
Everything runs on Windows. I don't care how you feel about Apple and Mac. Everything, the world runs on Windows, sir. So,
And they don't charge $1,000 for monitor stands too. So
Speaking of Sony, your boy
Yeah, this-
Jim not trying to do
boy.
nothing new.
Jimbo?
yeah. Let me talk about this. I saw this, bro. I was like, really? Like, it made me really think. It's like these Sony's really out here trying to run sprints and think that's gonna be cool. They're thinking short term, bro. Because apparently, like, they want the PS5 to be a 7-year success, and we're not really looking. Supposedly, they're not looking to develop new IPs because it's too risky.
Huh?
That's what he said. Like, if you read he had an interview with GQ, and he was talking about how, we have all these first-party exclusives that people love, and rightfully so, because Sony does have really good games that they,
Nah, fuck
They
that. They
put out
expecting 2K to carry that PS5.
and to an extent they do, because niggas is niggas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he was talking about we're not really looking to develop new IPs right now because like the risk that new IPs represent is it gives him pause to quote him more or
Yeah,
less.
pussy.
That's what it sounds
Oh,
like, bro. It's
shit.
like they're not willing to take risks on new games, and that's the one thing that I think what's the one complaint we hear about the gaming industry? It's too many sequels. There's too many unoriginal ideas. Everything's a fucking 2 or a 3 or a 4.
They just gonna recycle shit like.
And
How about
niggas will
once,
probably buy it because Sony, because
Wait, what are they
Sony fans-
recycling?
everything.
Everything, because they're not doing
This-
anything new.
Seemingly, because like I said, this is what the CEO was saying. Is like new IPs represent too much of a risk, so they're not really fully committed to making new games and new IPs right now. But
So
the
they're
thing
going
is,
to be. Go ahead.
no. I was just gonna kind of reinforce it. It's like, well, you telling me you don't want another original idea like Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Because that's a new IP and that shit hit.
It seems like they're gonna do this generation what Xbox did last generation. Just try to like reiterate on the IPs they already have and beat them into the ground.
I think they want to have like the Nintendo system where they have like these what you call it? They have like legendary franchises that they keep bringing back, and they somehow keep making them like amazing games. But I don't know, like if they like, what did they drop? They have Last of Us. That's probably done. I don't know the ending around it, but that's
They'll probably finesse a third
Yeah.
game out of that because again, like this whole article is saying, they don't want to make new IPs. They're too scared. There's too much risk.
Yeah, they
I'm trying to
can.
find the exact quote.
So they can redo God of War. That's already getting done.
I was about to say like, why are they afraid of doing risks now? Risks are the only reason why the PS4 is so like
Exactly.
successful. Like
Fortune. what's that
them
thing?
bringing
Fortune's
God of
favorite
War
quote.
back and reimagining it like that was a huge risk. Like that shit could have tanked, like
But it
big
worked.
time.
They
If they ruined the franchise like that, that would have ruined that would have slowed a whole lot of momentum.
Yeah,
They have
so here's
Bloodborne 2 on the way. They have they could
Is
have
that confirmed? I don't think that's confirmed.
it's confirmed.
No, but
People,
they could
it's,
do it.
at some point. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
Bloodborne was too good of a game on the PS4 for them to not do.
It's like, I think the way they did it is that the last generation of games that they put out, they did it in a way so that they could set up a sequel for the next gen console. But it depends on how they like. If all the sequels to these exclusives are amazing, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Bloodborne 2, if that comes out, if they're all amazing, then like, you know, Sony up there for that.
So
one.
I found
lot
the
of these
quote
don't
where he
rank
was talking about
bad.
risk in developing new IPs. So basically, GQ asked him, in a lot of ways, Sony's strategy for the PS5 feels like a redo of the PS4 era. There's going to be lots of great exclusive games. You got to keep a full console, blah 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 blah. And you're going to charge players full price for those games. Is that a fair assessment? Basically, what he said was, you know, the thing with blockbuster games is they need a box office release. They cost $100 million plus to make these days. In order to do that and bring a new IP to the market, which is a very risky thing to do, and we did 4 times in the PS4 generation, you've got to have a box office release. So it's like, yeah, like basically, if it's not making Avengers money, they're not going to do it. If we want to take it to the extreme, that's what it sounds like. So that's why they're going to stay safe and make a Bloodborne 2, a God of War Ragnarok. You know, Ratchet and Clank is a PlayStation exclusive. That's a sequel to that. You know, they're probably gonna do a Last of Us 3, all that kind of stuff.
It just depends on
One of their biggest launch titles is a sequel to the last generation in Miles Morales.
Yeah, like it just, and that game was apparently solid as hell too. Like, bro, if they just make all these sequels good ass games, then they don't have shit to worry about.
You know what they're probably searching for?
What's up?
They're searching for a first-party live service game.
First party
Because
live.
live service games are what's making all the money now. Like these first-party games are
They're
cool
looking
and they make a lot of money, but it's a one-time deal. You buy it and then it's done. There's like, unless you buy the DLC or whatever, which most people don't.
They're looking for the PlayStation version of Fortnite.
They're not looking for spending $100 million on a single-player game that may or may not make its money back.
But they haven't.
article come out.
Wait, but what would lead you to believe that they're doing that? Because I haven't seen them make any.
Look at the
like,
quote. Look at
Look at what
these
he's
are the words.
telling you.
These are the words from the CEO of PlayStation.
That's what he's basically saying. They don't want to risk spending $100 million on a game that you're gonna buy once and then never like spending any more money on. When you can
They
just
must
buy
have
a
saw how
live
bad
service
Godfall
game
did.
that has loot boxes or paid DLC or whatever it is, monetization that can last for years.
nobody's made an exclusive game like that yet, had they?
No, that's what I'm telling you. They're chasing it because
Yeah,
that's where all the money is in the market right now.
Yeah, they're trying. Like I said, they're trying to chase the version of Fortnite. And Chef just brought up Godfall. Do you think if Godfall was an actual good game, Chef, you think Sony would have beat that into the ground?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like they managed their expectations a little bit beyond what they really wanted. I'm pretty sure they're going to meet their expectations, but they probably wanted more. But now that they see that Xbox is like strong arming them out of this generation, they probably acting like this now. Like, what's the point of even trying anything now if Xbox is going to take over for a little bit?
They trying out a No Man's Sky some shit some more.
They sound scared to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing though. It's like what's that saying? Fortune favors the bold, bruh. Like,
Yeah.
you telling me you don't want another IP that's like Ghost of Tsushima?
I don't know what they're doing yet.
Yeah,
It's like, yo, you had the leg up all generation. You can continue doing what you're doing.
That's the one thing Sony has up on Microsoft is the first party IPs.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I kept saying this towards the end of the last generation, the last couple of years. Sony got really fucking cocky, like on everything. Even in their conferences, you could tell them niggas walk out on stage and be like, yo, our shit's the best. We sold everything. And it's like, all right, nigga.
They're all bricking too.
I mean, at the end of the generation, I feel like they have the right to. Okay, like having that ego at the end of the generation, cool. But the new generation, you can't bring that ego in.
Yeah, well, it's human nature. Because that's what drives a lot of these companies is ego. That's what drives people. You know, because PS4 was such a success last generation. Sony thinks like, all right, we can get away with just about anything. We can charge our customer base like X amount of money. We can up the price on PS Plus a month. We can make them pay for PlayStation Now and PS Plus Collection. We can charge them $70 for a controller. We can charge them this amount of money for accessories. So it's like, it's natural that because Xbox was the same way. It was the same way going into the 360 era. It was like after the success of the 360, they thought that when they could push the Kinect on the Xbox One, and niggas wouldn't think anything of it, and then it kind of left Sony kind of with trying to get. They had left them with not with the tail between their legs, but it forced them to retool and actually focus on bringing unique games back out, and that's what led them to winning the PS4 generation. So now Xbox retooled and they're coming out so far, and it seems like they started off strong this generation. The question now is how is Sony going to respond? And so far, I mean, we might be making a mountain out of a molehill, but it sounds like they're kind of half-assing their response. At least to me, anyway.
No, that's what it looked. That's exactly what it looks like.
Exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
Eight fucking.
I don't know, yes, because anytime you put out a game is going to be a risk. Anytime you put out a sequel is going to be a risk. Look what happened with Last of Us 2. Last of Us 1 was so beloved, and after what they did with the story and the narrative of the second one, I know there's a lot of people that like it, but there's also a very strong presence that did not like it at all. And who's to say that they're going to buy Last of Us 3 now after what you did in the second one? So yeah, there's a risk every time, but fortune favors the bold. I would much rather, if I'm going to take a risk, I'd much rather take a risk on a new IP that has a chance to be added to the catalog of great first-party titles that you have, instead of just another sequel where people have a good idea of what to expect. I don't know. I'm not a businessman. I don't know.
From my understanding, the way the Game Pass works in terms of revenue is Microsoft pays a game studio X amount of dollars up front to put their game on the Game Pass, and then a percentage of the microtransactions that are paid for in game after that, Microsoft gets a percentage of it. They're not making a lot of money off of it. They're basically doing it just to drive the player base and sell consoles and accessories and things like that. Sony does not have the infrastructure to do that. That's not where they make their money.
Can you imagine Sony saying, we don't care where you buy the games, we just want
right.
Microsoft, they came out and said literally, buy an Xbox now, we don't give a fuck.
Pretty much, yeah.
Buy it through us. Just buy it on Game Pass or whatever and drop it after a day. We don't care. We got the money. So
yeah.
So yeah, like you said, because of the other things that Microsoft has in tow, like the Windows platform, the PC player base, and that infrastructure, Microsoft can afford to not put everything on Xbox and not put all that kind of pressure on Xbox to succeed. Mm-hmm. The Xbox Series X could be a failure, and Microsoft is like, okay. But look at this Game Pass though. So
they're playing the long race. They're at the end of this generation, they'll have made their money back.
Right.
Regardless, if anyone buys a Series X or an S, which people are doing apparently.
Which is great, and it's almost like an added bonus for them.
Yeah. I do think that Sony seems. I think that Sony shortened their stock on launch. I think that was a ploy to
On
make it
purpose?
seem like to make it seem like they sold like a fuck ton of copies. I mean, no doubt they sold a lot of consoles and people are really trying to get these consoles, but Microsoft isn't bigging up the fact that their shit sold out. Like they're making it out like
They
the
mentioned
consoles
it.
came out what like 2 weeks ago and Sony's still pretending like their shit's flying off the shelves like crazy. No, you're just not putting enough up there.
Yeah. I think Microsoft did say, hey, we did hit a record sale for console sales.
Yeah, they did.
And it's like, okay, yeah, well, we'll move on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, thanks for buying our console, guys. Even though we didn't really care if you did it or not, but we appreciate you. Here, have a free 3 months of Game Pass. How about that?
Yeah.
So, all in all, not to say that Sony's gonna. I don't think they're gonna completely fuck up this generation, but I think they're behind when they don't need to be. But at the end of the day, I think they'll still both parties are still going to be successful, wildly successful.
You know what I like about this generation? Because it's flipped the other way. The competition is back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one
And
thing I was going to bring up, but I forgot.
They can only go up.
It's forcing. Like when one company does well, it forces the other company to match that energy. And
Unless you're Nintendo.
Yeah, well, yeah, Nintendo's in their own little bubble. They don't care.
They don't care if their fucking garbage ass system flops or not.
Neither does their community because their systems don't flop because their fan base buys anything. They could pull out literally a console that looks like a pile of dog shit, like literal dog shit. And Nintendo niggas will buy it because it's different. And it has Pokemon on it.
Damn.
Nintendo's probably not gonna make another console for like a couple years.
Cap.
I think they're gonna announce the Switch Pro at the Game Awards. I think I saw somebody else.
Didn't we already get it? Oh, we switched Lite. We got to switch
Switch
Lite
Lite
now.
and the
We're probably
Switch
gonna
Pro.
switch Pro.
A slightly bigger edition of the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Oh,
one
no,
that one
man.
That
with
shit
better
supports
frames.
like 4K.
Fuck
Like, oh,
dropping a
shit.
console, bro. Keep dropping good
That
games.
shit
4K.
that shit like a mini PC in your hands. Yeah.
Actually, it's gonna support 1080i.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like, fuck a console. Keep making good games, cause Nintendo's been on their
Release
shit.
that fucking slave hold they got on Ultimate Alliance 3.
Like, bro, they've been on a hot streak with the games. Like,
Have they
but-
though?
Have they?
Yeah, Astro Chain, everything that came out like on
I
launch
liked
for
Astro
it.
Chain, but I don't. Astro
Like-
Chain is like it's like I don't want to say a cult following, but it's like it's not a system seller.
Fire Emblem, all them games.
Yeah,
Like
well,
at this
yeah.
point,
That's my shit.
at this point, the Switch is good enough to like it's worth the money it comes with, or it's
It is now.
it's priced out. But so it's like they haven't really dropped like a bad game yet on their console that like they've been pushing heavy. So like if
They haven't
fuck a
dropped anything
console.
that made me pick it up in the last 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I look at my Switch every day. I sit at my desk, bro, for almost 10 months now. I have not turned that thing on once.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't touch my Switch too much, but it's like for the people that do look like in the span I haven't touched my Switch though, like or cared enough to play it besides like Smash. They've dropped Fire Emblem, they've dropped Astro Chain, they've dropped Luigi's
You
Mansion.
haven't picked it up in 3 years.
No. Like, I'm saying besides Smash. Like, unless in the span that I've only picked it up to play Smash once in a while, they've dropped like a lot of good games. I'm just not interested in them. But those games, it doesn't like excuse those games from like
Yeah,
being
they're still
good.
good games. But,
Yeah.
they're
I'm just not interested. So it's like
The
like,
one game
for the-
I do
for the
want,
people-
I've given up hope. I don't think it's ever gonna come.
for the people that do care about Nintendo games, like
Can it?
majority of the games that they drop, like they're on their shit. Like they haven't really missed yet. So I'd say
I suppose.
like I'd say fuck a console. I'd just say like keep dropping these games and
Nah,
Maybe
you
yeah.
gotta get me off
better.
this 720p 20 frames per second shit on handheld mode.
Yeah, they have like Nintendo fans needed like their products are okay, but they could be so much better, but they don't demand it.
My
Like I
PS
said,
Vita
they
look
buy
better.
anything. They buy any Nintendo fans will buy anything as long as it has the Nintendo name on it. Put Mario on it, niggas will tear up the street to go get it.
There's only so many Yahoos I can get through, bro. Like I'm done with Mario.
Haven't even that Mario 3D collection. No,
It looked
I forgot I bought it.
interesting.
I forgot I bought it. It's still where is it? Is it over here?
I
Oh,
had to
there it is.
resist buying it.
Cause maybe I'll play Sunshine and Galaxy eventually, but hey man, hey, the main on PC. That's why I don't play Nintendo games. But yeah, I think that's everything. Every company is doing well in their own way. It's just we have differing views on how they could be doing better. or how they could be doing their business practices, but
Hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Hopefully though. I want to see what they are gonna
I-
what this 7-year success is about to look like. Apparently.
I would hope that would have some new IPs in it. 7 years?
7 years, no new IPs, bro.
Like
No,
seriously, you're gonna
nothing?
give me 7 years of sequels?
You were disrespectful. At
Like
that point.
that's okay, but that's so boring.
Wait,
7
7 year success? Isn't that how long console
That's the
generations last?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he wants every single year to be a success.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
it.
Wouldn't you if you're
Who
CEO?
wakes up and is like, yo, I hope this year I fail.
No, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, so why is he wild for that?
He's not. I'm not saying he's wild. I'm just saying.
We're
like,
saying it's wild. He doesn't want to make any new IPs for the next 7 years,
at least that's
Oh,
what it
well,
like
sounds
this entire generation.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was calling him wild for wanting this to be a 7
Nah,
year.
No, no.
No,
He
of course
wild
not.
for being for
By all
or
means, he's a CEO.
taking the back seat.
He getting
gotta
his
be
money
successful.
regardless.
His
Yeah.
stakeholders are gonna hold him to that. But I'm just saying, can I get something like something new, something spiffy?
That just
Like-
means there's gonna be a whole lot like there's not gonna be any exciting or like sleeper
That's-
hits or anything
that's
like
the other-
that. It's
You
everything's
have to
gonna be
look for the indie
expected.
titles. That's the
Yeah.
other thing too. Like, not only are you gonna be seeing a bunch of 2s and 3s and 4s at the end of these PlayStation titles, you're gonna be seeing remasters too. Like,
Oh
bro,
my
I'm tired
God.
of remasters, bro.
After
Like-
seeing the fact that what their boost mode does to PS4, we're definitely gonna get remasters from last gen.
And you know they're also gonna heavily rely on too the quote unquote free upgrades for all the PS4
Yep.
games. Like your free upgrades
Free?
for Cyberpunk and all that kind of stuff.
Shit.
They already remastered the game that came out 2 years ago.
Fucking cost money.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Remaster? Oh,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man remastered. That shit.
So they're gonna really heavily on. This is gonna be the. It's like, if the PS5 is the console of remasters and sequels, like that'll make money for them. But that's just so boring.
Let me tell you something. If they make me pay for every
they're gonna make you
fucking
pay
game
for
on
that, too.
PS4, yeah. If they make me pay for every game on PS4, on PS5, this will be the last PlayStation I buy.
Hey man, pay.
Oh,
has
yeah,
no
I'm
limits,
not
bitch.
gonna lie. I wouldn't call a generation of sequels boring because they have a good variety of things to sequel.
When you look at
Like-
the meat of it, I don't think they're all that.
Yeah,
all
they're
like
all
that.
extremely story-driven games. Like there's mechanics are a little different in each, and each scenario is different. But if you look at like how the story is told in each one of these first-party games is basically the same, like the same style of storytelling.
Bloodborne, God of
being
War,
the
Last
exception.
of Us.
God of War, Last of Us, Uncharted, those games all
They
tell.
all have the same pattern. They all have the
Yeah.
same formula.
Yeah,
How
the way they tell their story is. very
I
I mean,
don't
similar.
really.
I'm thinking more about the gameplay.
I don't see
gameplay
how.
isn't that
I don't
much-
really
that
see
much
much of a similarity between Uncharted and like other PS4 exclusives.
Uncharted
serious?
is Last of Us.
You serious, bro?
Uncharted. Wait, The Last of Us is like post-apocalyptic.
Not scenario, Mitch.
We're
The
not
way the
talking-
story's told. The way
And
the
the
story's
gameplay,
set up,
too.
way it's told, a lot of the gameplay, it's very similar.
They play
bro,
like movies.
Tomb
The
Raider,
story's told of,
Uncharted, and
like,
Last of Us is like
sacrifice.
literally all
Yeah.
the same three.
In terms of like gameplay, somewhat, but I don't see that much similarity in storytelling.
Not even in the atmosphere.
No, definitely not. Definitely. Okay, Uncharted
Cat.
and Tomb Raider. Uncharted and Tomb Raider easily, but they're like parallels of each other. It's just one's a nigga, one's a female.
Even The
all
Last
said
of Us,
bitch.
The
But-
Last of Us, the Last of Us is the same. It's just it's a more dire scenario. That's the
In
reason why
game-
it
All
seems
dark
different.
storytelling.
It's
All dark
it's,
storytelling.
it's all dark and morbid.
But it's
well,
the same. It's the same form of storytelling.
And to stick with Last of Us as an example, at least the first one had like the way that game ended. The first game, at least there was a semblance of hope. Like Last
Yeah.
of Us 2 is like just all dark and depressing. It's just like okay,
You're saying the like the I guess the style of writing is like dark nitty gritty. You don't that is that what you're saying is
they
similar?
all play the same.
All right,
They
I
all
got
play-
you.
and they
I
all
got
play
you,
like
Mitch.
movies.
Because I'm
I got
like
you, Mitch. I got
what's
you.
up?
God of War, Dark and Morbid, right?
Dark and morbid, yeah. Last of Us, dark and morbid,
Okay, Tomb Raider,
dark and morbid.
The Last of
Is
Us.
Is Uncharted that dark and morbid?
Not
Yeah,
really, but it's right there. It's up there.
It's not
It's up
that
there.
dark. I wouldn't
It's
say.
up
Up
there.
there.
Really, it's
It
not.
is.
It doesn't get that dark in Uncharted.
I
Like the
don't think
most
I don't
dark.
think Uncharted is that dark, but the
It's
way
not
the
that dark, but
story
it's-
is told
yeah.
is
The way,
very
how about
similar.
this? I think this might help.
Detroit
you
become
actually.
human as well. That's dark
Yeah,
and morbid.
That, that's
way-
pretty dark. Yeah.
The way
Heavy Rain.
the presentation for these games all look the same.
It's like I can see the similar of like
The way
these are
these
kind of
stories
like
are presented to us all look the same.
these are
They
not
all
the
play like
most.
movies.
These are not the most like what you call it, like the themes of them, I guess, is kind of similar of like it's not the most happy storytelling. Like people sacrifice a lot of things and a lot of like hard
And I'm
choices are
not saying
made.
they can't be depressing. They can't be dark. Like if you want to do dark storytelling, fine. But I'm just saying the way they're presented all look the same.
I don't.
The point
Oh,
is
and,
that when they
um,
start making all these sequels are going to start seeming very samey. I mean, it was okay this generation because the games
If you
were
look
good.
at how about this? Can you look at gameplay of Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2 and honestly tell a difference?
But that's a
genuine
sequel
difference.
of those two.
Yeah.
Like those two
Genuine
games. But okay, the similar. Well, Tomb Raider is not a PlayStation exclusive. Like
No, well,
Well,
Chef brought
like-
up Tomb Raider. I'm not bringing up Tomb Raider because that's a multi-plat. But I'm just talking about again.
from
I'm
exclusives, I'd say the most similar in gameplay I've seen is Uncharted and Last of Us. After that, I don't really see that much similarity. Like in terms of gameplay, in terms of storytelling, the only thing they have in common is that a lot of these stories, like I said, they have dark like themes in them, and it's about
I'm
like
telling you, the way they're-
sacrificing.
But the way they're presented, though, listen to what I'm saying. The way they're presented, like, do not both games not have quick time events?
Which ones?
Uncharted, Last of Us, and not even just with the quick time events. That might be a bad example. Just the way that they remember how like. You know that when I always talk about when I could watch a game be played on YouTube and feel like I had the same experience as if I played it myself.
What games do you think you get that from?
Last
Or
of
you
Us,
easily- Last of Us,
Majority
easily
of-
Last of Us.
Majority of PlayStation games, honestly, Mitch.
Majority of PlayStation games are
I
presented as
watched
cinematic.
Last of Us easily.
Before I bought God of War, I watched a good 75% of that game and felt the same. After I played it, I felt the exact same way.
I'll
I
try
just
that
watched
again.
the
I
playthrough on
can't.
YouTube.
I
I'll try that
can't.
again. It's a cinematic presentation.
The cinematic
That's what
presentation is
I'm
similar.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
Here's the
facts.
thing. Last gen, I played some of those games. Like I didn't play The Last of Us because I just honestly I couldn't get through any of those games. The first one, and I didn't play the second one. But I played God of War and I played Uncharted 4, and both of those games to me were like some of my favorite games of last gen, just because they had storytelling the way they did. It was I liked the way it was basically like playing a movie. And I had never played any games like that, but if they kept giving me shit like that, I don't know, bro.
Which it sounds like they're going to do.
I
Because
see
again,
what
this
you
is going to
mean.
be the generation of sequels and remasters.
I see what you
To
mean.
me, that's
PlayStation
boring.
games, like they're very cinematic. Literally all of them.
Not all of them.
Which one isn't cinematic? Horizon. Horizon's not cinematic.
Horizon's not. Infamous isn't.
Horizon,
probably
Infamous,
slated
and
to make another
Bloodborne.
game.
Horizon,
Which-
Infamous, and Bloodborne. Those aren't.
Well,
those
no,
aren't-
they won't make an. Who makes Infamous? Sucker Punch?
Yep.
Yeah.
What did they make recently? They made something, right?
Ghost. Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, they're not making another
Yeah.
Infamous right
And
now.
the way, and how about this?
Tsushima
Like,
was super cinematic. That was like.
but the way they
Yeah.
presented it was so original, though. Like Mario
Yeah.
talks about all the time, like the way that you set waypoints, like they use the nature and the environment as the waypoints. Like that's so good. Like why do you not want more games like that? If
No, I
you're
want-
Sony,
Oh yeah, if you're Sony, yeah, like yeah, I see what y'all mean though. I see what you mean now, because I thought y'all was saying like when you get down to like the basics of each of these games storytelling, they're all the same. That's what I thought y'all meant.
no.
Yeah, no, that's what.
I'm
I
not
thought y'all
storytelling setting.
Yeah.
meant. Not setting though.
Yes, setting and storytelling is different from each other.
No, I'm saying like I don't see that many
The
similarities
setting,
in their
how about
settings.
the setting for like say like Last of Us and what was the other game I just had in mind? That post-apocalyptic shit. Well,
Post-apocalyptic,
I know at the very least Tomb Raider and Uncharted have a very similar setting.
easily. Those are like I said, parallels.
Low-key
of each other.
Uncharted to me Uncharted is a ripoff of Tomb Raider, but at the very least it's heavily inspired by Tomb Raider.
For sure. And then they're all inspired by Indiana Jones.
That too, yeah. But my thing is like, remember like when they were showing like what would be available at launch, like that Sackboy game, Little Big Planet. Like even
Yeah.
though I don't know how many people are playing that game, but I was actually kind of happy to see that game because it's something different. It's a palate cleanser from all the different types of games that Sony has become known for. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna be doing sequels and remasters and whatnot, like I'm excited for Ratchet and Clank. Give me a new Jack and Daxter, bro. Give me a new
Bring back
rebooted
the good
Sly
shit,
Cooper,
yo.
bro.
Bring back the good shit.
Give me a new Jack and Daxter. Give me a rebooted Sly Cooper. A
Bring back the
rebooted
racing
Spyro.
game, bro.
I want to play that Crash. I want to play Crash 4. Like that's a sequel I would
Mm.
happily accept because that looks different from what Sony's been putting out the last 7 years. So, but I don't know. We kind of got off on a tangent talking
I get
about
you.
A little
Sony, but
I get you.
it's a podcast.
Yeah. You want to get into your gamer questions?
Yeah. What were some of these?
You got Black Friday.
Yeah, this one will probably be quick since it's that time of year. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. You feel me, and all that stuff.
Are y'all going to Thanksgiving? Just real quick. Like, are
Yeah.
y'all seeing y'all families?
I'm having it at my house.
So okay,
People that I see every day.
because people, you're not having it with the family this year, Chef.
Nah, cause COVID.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's what's, like a lot of people are skipping.
That's why I
Thanksgiving
was kind
this
of
year 'cause of
concerned
COVID.
over mine. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
they,
my
they're
godmother's
like-
bringing like mad people to the house. I'm like, listen, I know they family, but damn. So I might be wearing my mask over there.
Oh, no,
How
fuck
many
that.
Kenpachi?
At least like 10.
Ooh, see, I'm going to see.
No.
It's just me and my sister going over to my folks for Thanksgiving, but there's only 5 of us.
We're not gonna stay too long on my side. We're just gonna
But,
probably eat and then leave.
Yeah, I don't know about like state guidelines for y'all, but it's like I know here in Michigan, they're like, we're not gonna stop y'all from going, but we kind of recommend you don't. So,
Yeah.
No. See, in Georgia, I could invite the entire city and then have a pool party in my backyard, and they still wouldn't give a fuck.
Hey, boy!
Yeah, pretty much.
Busy.
But outside of that, any Black Friday deals catch your attention? I know they got the Steam sale going on. All the retailers putting out their stuff.
I
I'm trying to
said it
update my wish
already.
list right now.
Neo 2 is on sale for
Did they give me my
$10
key
this
for
one.
that? Neo 2?
Yeah. Neo 2 on PS4 is
Oh,
$10 this Black Friday.
I would get that, but I would get that if I didn't have a PS4. If I didn't
Not
have
get it on
a base
PS5.
PS4.
Yeah, it's gonna be $10. What else?
Let's see if they
Wait,
give me
is
my
this
key for
autumn
that.
sale the Black Friday sale? I'm tripping.
I guess you could call it Black
I
Friday
guess.
sale.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, what game did I mention?
Neo 2 is the only one you mentioned so far.
I think I mentioned another game was. Oh no, I just said the sale was up in general. But yeah, there's
Oh, they didn't give me my key yet? Maybe because this doesn't drop on Steam until February. Maybe that's what they're waiting on.
Oh yeah,
So
the Devil May Cry 5 is $20 right now.
On what platform?
Steam, $20 right
I
now.
already have that game. I wanted to look at anything from like Best Buy or Target catch y'all up eye or no?
Are they
I might
having
get a
sales
TV.
for the new
Might
consoles
get a new
or
TV.
just they're stocking them?
I think they're just stocking them.
They got a sale for these graphics cards, or
You think they got them on
Probably
the
if you
shelf?
look. If you look, yeah.
so I don't. That's how you know I become a casual gamer. I'm not looking for anything in particular
I could
anymore.
look
Yeah,
into
I'm
it,
really
man.
not
Not
anything
even PlayStation
either.
4 games, because I would get a PlayStation 4 game, but it's not really one I want to play. Like literally at the moment.
Bro, I am
Mario Odyssey for $30.
Yeah.
Oh,
Breath of the-
maybe a Switch. Nah, not a Switch. I fuck out it. I don't need all that.
I want to
told
play
you, Chef, I'm
Animal
gonna sell you my
Crossing, so I
Switch.
might.
Animal Crossing is 50 out from Walmart right now.
If anything, I would probably look
Damn,
for
they
like
barely discounted
a
them.
DualSense controller, but they don't work on all the launchers yet, so ain't no point in getting it.
Yeah.
DualSense is the
You
PS5.
don't use Steam. Yeah, you don't use
Okay.
Steam like that, Chef. So yes, DualSense works on Steam, but not everywhere else yet.
Yeah, see,
Wait,
I've been on
actually-
I've been on the Ubisoft launcher and the Blizzard net lately. So
Wouldn't
Let
Wait,
me
Mitch,
see.
have they already announced what games are going to be on sale on like PlayStation for Black Friday?
yeah, they it was up like a month ago. Let me find it.
Let me
'Cause
see
I
if
was
they have a
actually just looking at
DualSense.
buying some games to play on my PS5, but if they're going to be cheaper on Friday, I'll just wait now.
I got
Yeah, let
you.
me see if they have any DualSense controller sales for from like Target or something. Because I mean I use Steam,
oh,
so
actually,
I might as well just grab one of those if I can.
Yeah.
oh wait, yeah, that's what I got Cyberpunk on the Steam. 'Cause I decided I'm not
Oh,
gonna
true.
I'm not gonna get it on GOG. I don't want to
Yeah.
waste another 60.
I got it on GOG, but I bought it from a key site. I won't actually get my key until the 10th, which is fine. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, I'll look around for DualSense what's the name sales if they got any, and I'll drop them in the chat because I do want to try that controller, especially if it works on Steam.
Haptic feedback is nice.
Outside of that, I mean, yeah, I was looking in Steam today, like on the autumn sales. Like, not really a lot that I really want to get. I just added stuff to my wish list. I know we're doing Secret Santa in here, and I'm hoping that someone will just get me one of those for free. I can just get one of those games
hope
for
somebody
free.
bless me, yo.
Actually, who's my Secret Santa again? Let me look. But yeah, outside of that, like Black Friday, I don't really participate in that like that. Mainly because it's towards the end of the month, and then I got rent due. So I'm not trying not to go crazy on some stuff. I might get a new monitor depending on what monitor sales they have out there. Maybe.
If they have
Or-
some ones on the ones I've been looking at, I'll probably.
Or I
cop.
might check Amazon and see if there's anything on my wish list that's on sale. Or as part of their Black Friday stuff. So
I am about to get this new room, so I do need to start buying furniture.
yeah, but yeah, Black Friday. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any camping outside of stores this year.
I would hope
You get
not.
tased, depending on where you at. You get tased for that. At least this year. But anyway, what's my next question? Damn it! I closed the Google Doc. No. Hang on.
No, because I can read it off for you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, sorry.
How long do you see yourself playing video games? Be honest.
Yes, yeah. How long do y'all see yourself being a gamer?
Bro,
life.
as long
Till
as
I
they
die.
keep putting out games.
I
I can't
die.
say I'm gonna say for life, but once the if I do start a family, it'll be reduced like with Jersey's on.
It'll reduce, but I'm gonna still put my kids.
Yeah,
on
it'll be
the
reduced,
games.
but yeah. My kids gonna. I'm gonna raise my kids on games. Fuck that.
Yeah.
They gonna on the classics too. I'm gonna start you out with the old.
We gonna
school.
start on Xbox One.
Like, no, they-
I'm gonna get that
Shows-
arthritis and still be playing.
Nigga, I'm a blow the dust off the PS2. I'm like, all right, let's get to work.
it's
key.
always gonna
I'm
be.
a-
Like,
I'm a-
unless
Let's
That's why I'm gathering mine up, bro. That's why I got the retro collection going because I know that shit's gonna come
Absolutely.
back.
Absolutely.
magically games, like every single game is trash for like a huge stretch.
Oh, don't wish that on
I'm
us.
like, listen,
Right.
you gonna cry to the Kingdom Hearts 2 opening like I did, all right?
I might, whether it's a son or daughter, I'm gonna pull out that GameCube. I'm learning you on Soul Calibur 2, just like I got brought up. You gonna learn.
Put them on Ninja Gaiden for the very first game they played.
Absolutely.
Yo, shit.
Oh
Hell
shit!
no,
You
exactly.
gonna traumatize him like that, shit?
Nah,
Hey.
my kids gonna be strong. We gonna be strong gamers, bro. They gonna have hair on their chest.
You
Shit.
gotta know which games is gonna put you out the
I'm gonna throw in The
factory.
Witcher 3. I'm like, all right, come back to me in like a month.
I'm gonna hand them Cuphead.
How about-
Yo.
Speaking of which, the last DLC for that got delayed indefinitely.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, they got
I saw
DLC?
that.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't touched Cuphead in like years.
I
ain't
have
touched
like
it
2.5
since 30 minutes
hours
after
on
I
it.
bought it.
I haven't touched it since the day it came out. I got 2.5 hours on it. I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Hell,
I like the art style. It's great, but damn.
No, I think it's one of the most unique games of the last generation, but
It's so fucking difficult for
I fucked myself trying to play it on mouse and keyboard. And I found out that was
Why?
my issue. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Try
know.
playing. Wait, real quick. Speaking of mouse and keyboard, are y'all playing Cyberpunk on mouse and keyboard or controller?
Thought
Mouse and
about this.
keyboard.
I might
Mouse
just
and
do mouse and
keyboard,
keyboard because
probably.
it's gonna be since it's gonna be so much FPS like shooters type stuff. I'll just do a mouse and keyboard.
I'll try both. I did that for GTA when I got it for PC and realized the controller is better for GTA.
Yeah, I think for long games like that, it's just better to use a controller because
Yeah.
you don't have to have your fucking arms stretched out for hours at a time.
Right. I think
Yeah.
for most single player games, all my single player games, I'll always prefer a controller. But
Yeah.
the fact there's gonna be so much shooting in Cyberpunk, I'm so used to shooting with mouse and keyboard now. I might
mean, hey,
try both.
Depending
but
on
we'll
how you
see.
play, you don't have to shoot at all.
I don't know, bruh.
Yeah, but I'm trying to bust.
You know how I'm playing, but everybody getting
A
shot. in the
fucking
hood.
Fed, we know.
Oh yeah, speaking of trying to bust, Judy is a romance option, bro. Confirmed. Oh shit, y'all done fucked up now.
What was that?
I meant to say Judy. I said Jill. You can fuck
Joe.
Jill.
Joe.
Jill.
Joe.
I mean, your V can swing that way if you want to.
Jill.
Jill.
Oh, Jill.
Hey, miss,
Oh, I thought you
just
said
do it.
Joe.
It sounded like you said Joe, bro.
It
I
really
definitely
did.
Jill.
It
I think
sounded
in all
like
my
Joe.
playthroughs, I might be with them. The sisterhood, whatever that clan is called.
The boxes.
So
Yeah, I might just go to them off the rip with all playthroughs.
Haitians? What's going on with you?
No,
Why not? Them the hackers, bro.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? You're right. I was from my own personal game though.
I mean,
I don't know what game I'm gonna be rocking with the most. I don't know.
you already know where I'm going.
I might just be the horny nigga and just go with the Moxes as well.
Not gonna lie though, like hacking and like super stealthy hacking shit, that's not my play style, but I'm still gonna side with them because I know where my loyalty.
Yeah, I don't want to get because I'm gonna save this for our Cyberpunk impressions episode, but I'm gonna be playing around with the builds a lot because I like it with hybrid stuff. But
I hate to go like deeper in this tangent we're on right now, but do y'all think they bring Twisted Metal back this gen?
They should.
I mean, that's
tried again.
It's
They
an
tried it
exclusive they have.
They tried it last time and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Bring
I
back
think they
as
could
in
do
from
some
the
things
ground
with
up,
it.
or
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
making
Yeah,
a
from the ground up.
remaster. Oh, okay.
Because that reboot, that soft reboot they did on PS3 was not all that great.
You talking about Twisted Metal Black?
No, just Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Black was
Just-
on PS2, I think.
Yeah, like reboot the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Which they tried to do on PS3, but like do it again, but better.
Yeah, they could they can make so much money with their
Look,
franchise. They just
Sony
they're
has so
sitting on
many
it.
dormant franchises. Like I said, they could rival Nintendo if they really wanted to.
They still got Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper, Spyro, Crash, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter.
Well, they sat on Spyro so long that shit got showed out to another company to get remastered, and it's on everything now.
Right. Well, so yeah, I guess they lost that one. But yeah, Jack and Daxter. I mean, they're already doing Ratchet and Clank.
I think one of the reasons they don't have any of these IPs like up and running again, for one, I think it's something for them to fall back on.
The rapper, bruh.
I
That's the
also
second thing.
a lot of these franchises that they're sitting on, the studios that made them are like doing other things.
Yeah, well, they got dissolved into other places.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I mean, to answer your question, I don't see myself doing games at all or forever. Like I think when I find something else in life that interests me as much as games do now, I'd probably jump on it. Games are very secluding. Like you have to kind of separate yourself from going out and doing shit. Whereas if you had a hobby where you actually did go out and do shit constantly, like imagine all the time we spent playing games if we had a hobby that took us out and into the world more.
I used to, and then
Then Rona
I mean,
hit.
not just Rona, but just like I don't know. I mean, like I just stopped playing I used to play basketball like a lot.
Yeah.
Like a more like active, like hiking or some shit like that. If we
Not just hiking, like anything. It could be
Like,
anything.
bro,
You could be a fucking stick collector.
Niggas used to be taking photos like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even like wine tasting or something bougie like that. I don't know, but like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that made me remember a time when there's a site that lets you check your hours on League, and I have like 1,500 hours on League, and under your hours it says instead of playing League, or the amount of time you spent on League equates to like 40 kilometers jogging, or like 1,000 books read, or like 1,500 movies watched, or some shit like that. Like it tells you all them hours you spent like on this one game, you could have been doing something arguably way more productive. And it's like,
but
damn,
I don't
that
care
kinda
because
hurt.
it's a hobby, and because it's my hobby, I do find it productive. I was actually telling my dad this the other day, and this actually leads into my next question. Basically, so for my next question is like, how does your like family feel about you being a gamer? Like, do they mind, or do they even know? Do they even care?
My mom
it's like-
understands. I don't think my
They care
grandmother
about the
understands as
time.
much.
They care about the time I spend on it. But the fact that I play games, they don't like playing games is not the problem. It's the time. I think that's with every parent, to be honest. Like playing games isn't the problem. It's the amount of time you spend.
Yeah.
And
'cause
whenever your family feels like, yo, you play more games than, or you spend more time playing games than you do with us, and it's like, then you got to kind of fight.
I'm
for
like,
your
okay.
And
I'm like, all right.
I
mean, I still love you guys, but
it was
what I'm
definitely an issue whenever I was in high school. Like my mom was never like, no more games. She would, because my grades would fall behind. I really didn't give a shit about school at all, anyways. But
But you making bands now, so like, fuck it.
I mean, I'm doing all right now. But the thing is like back then, one of the reasons why my grades were shit was because I was really good at Call of Duty, and I was making money playing in tournaments, but I'd stay up till 5 a.m. and then not sleep, and then go to school, and then sleep all the way through school, and then come home and do the same shit. and that was an issue then. Now it's like it really is just a hobby. Like I do spend a little too much money on it sometimes, but I mean if the money's there,
It's a
it's a hobby, so I'm
disgustingly
gonna put it
expensive
into it.
hobby, bro. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't
it's
say
a lot of
disgustingly
money.
expensive. It's not cheap. I will say that, but there are more expensive things.
Listen,
Well, I kind of
in
count gaming in. I kind
in
of count gaming in with PlayStation. Wait, what happened? I kind of count like buying consoles and PCs as like kind of a sub genre of gaming, and like if you count all that in, that's like a lot of fucking money. But I feel like I'm not gonna lie, like if I could have like chosen to not be as hard into gaming as I was these past couple of years, I would have chose to. Like if I could have like the amount of time like Nightshade spends on games because he has to work on shit, or he has to like go to work and he comes home and plays games for like a couple hours. I wish I did that more instead of like majority of my time spent like in the past like 5 years is on games. But like if I would have came home from like a long day of like just hanging out with my friends or some shit like that, or like playing a crazy sport or some shit like that, like I think I would have preferred that over
I definitely would have
spending this much
preferred
time
that
with
when
it.
I was in school instead of just coming straight home, having no after school
Yeah,
activities, and just playing Call of Duty for the next 12 hours.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
exactly,
definitely would have
mean,
preferred
no.
that lifestyle.
And to say that too,
exactly.
like for me, like I did sports and everything like that, but also at the same time, like video games, as much as it's a hobby and I love it, as just looking at it as a gamer, like it was an escape for me. So
It
Oh,
was
for sure.
Honestly,
like
games of this line, they kept me sane.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
To be
saying. Like
completely
games
honest with
really
you.
kept my shit together. Because if I didn't have games, probably would not be where I am today.
that's true.
I definitely wouldn't be. Like specifically until I ran into, unfortunately, until I ran into like GI, like I had been struggling like my entire life because I lived in the South my whole life, and my whole life because I'm mixed. Whenever I was in school, everyone would just say that I was white, mostly because of the way I talk. I mean, I grew up in a white household, so I mean, I'm gonna talk the way I talk.
Hmm.
But that always gave me an identity crisis. And whenever I discovered GI, and I don't remember, it was like a podcast or something. Somebody was on the podcast at one point who was mixed, and they pretty much told their same struggle. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. Like, I'm just gonna play video games and try to find like-minded people and learn about myself. Which is
Yeah.
how I ended up
Yeah.
in this Discord.
Yeah.
Gaming has, I'd say as a whole, it's brought more good to actually no, I'd say it's pretty equal in bad and good. I'm not gonna lie. Cause like I said, like if I could have allocated my time to something else, at least a little bit more, I would have done it. But the fact that like us as an example, like this whole Discord is literally like the roots is gaming because we came together through niggas literally called the gaming Illuminati. So it's like gaming has
And we stole that shit.
that's the yikes. But
Or
like
Kenpachi, Kenpachi,
gaming
Kenpachi.
I'm notice how
Kenpachi
quiet
did.
I'm being right now. I'm being real quiet
Did.
right now.
The Fed did it, not me.
Niggas, God.
like gaming literally has brought so many friendships together, like outside of us. But like I said,
Yeah.
like there's more things to
Yeah,
life.
I guess for
that,
me,
you
I
could've
guess
been
for
doing.
me, and this is kind of what I was getting ready to go into, because when I was at my folks' house last weekend, I was we were spending time because this is my mom's birthday. I went over there for my mom's birthday, and I was talking to my family and things like that, like normal, like everything was cool. And then at the same time, I'm watching a Tekken tournament on my phone. Because I've really started to like, at least in the last 2 years, I've really started to take. I've always played fighting games, but I started to really take it, or follow the competitive scene a lot more in the last couple years.
Mhm.
And my dad was noticing that I was looking at it on my phone, and he couldn't understand like what was so captivating about it to me. And I was like trying to explain to him, it's like this is ultimately this is my hobby. This is like my way that I like to not only entertain myself, but this is kind of like this is part of who I am. Just like so, my dad is he's a heavy soccer fan. He even
Mhm.
played semi-professionally overseas when he was in his 20s, and so he's like obsessed with soccer. So like he's got like the extra like sports TV package for his cable and stuff like that. He watches every major match. He not just every major match, but he watches as many matches as he possibly can, right? And like my mom kind of gets on sometimes because like that's all that seems like he puts more passion into that than like a lot of other things. It's like we're just watching
Crazy.
soccer.
Crazy.
But it's like, I explained to him how you're into soccer game. That's what games are to me. This is where I get my entertainment. This is where I learn about myself. Because I tried to explain to him like I said, I've gotten more into like the competitive part of fighting games, and like in participating in tournaments. And it's like it really teaches you like how to be like. It teaches you a lot about like yourself and how do you react to certain situations. It teaches you how you. It shows you how you react to things on the fly, or how do you react to things when things don't go your way.
Mhm.
It teaches you how to engage people, like not only just like in a gaming sense, like if you're going against somebody and you're like trying to fight
But
him and
like
stuff.
as in,
Like yeah, it teaches like how do you read like a person across from you, like how do you have a conversation with them. And then like also like y'all said like how do it really has brought like a lot of people together. Like had it not been for like games, I would not have met any of y'all. And
exactly.
we even tried to organize like an actual like face-to-face meeting in Chicago that might happen next summer. Who knows? But like I tried to explain to my folks like this is part of who I am, and this is probably not going to change like ever.
You
And I think
literally
my mom,
made
yeah,
lifelong, like the connections you would have made IRL, or possibly not even made. Like you meet a
I
lot
met
of
people that I
people.
never would have met if it had not been for games.
Exactly, and
Yeah,
that's a good
that I
thing.
genuinely vibe with, and I think my mom is more receptive to it, because like even though both my folks are kind of old school, my mom is like she consciously tries to like understand like this generation, like the Zoomer generation, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So like I've talked to her, it's like, hey, I've entered tournaments for like Soul Calibur and stuff. I told her about like Nier and like that concert that I went to, and she seems receptive to it, but it's like, but she's always like, just make sure that you don't lose sight of what's truly important, which is like, making sure that you better yourself in life by, having your own assets, like getting a house and starting a family, and all that kind of stuff. And obviously that's stuff that I do want to do. But I told her, it's like, understand that like even when I start my family, like games are going to be a part of how I raise my children, because they help me identify who I am and what I can contribute to the world. And I think that like because they're going to be my kids, I think the game's going to help them find themselves as well. So just get comfy. Like don't be surprised when you see, you know, dad and son or dad and daughter playing
Don't
playing
be
a game.
interrupting. Goddamn me.
Don't be interrupting. It's gonna be they're
If
gonna
you
be
see
some
that
teaching
nigga
moments.
concentrated, don't be interrupting.
Exactly.
Shit.
So like I said, I think my mom is more receptive to it. My dad still doesn't quite understand it, but since I'm like I'm 30 now, he can't like stop me from playing games anymore.
Mhm.
I think he gave up a long time ago because I think he understands like this is part of this is my hobby and I'm not gonna give it up.
Mhm.
I don't think I would have even been as successful in the career path that I'm on now had it not been for games. Because all
Honestly,
of those years of like looking back on film of like Call of Duty tournaments and stuff like that, and just planning strats and things like that, it made me really receptive to sitting back and actually like paying attention to what's going on around me at all times.
Absolutely.
Like
Right.
to put it in perspective, I'm 24 and I'm the youngest lead man at the company I work for. The next person up from me is 36.
there you go.
Like, and that's just, and I've only been doing this for 2.5 years. So it's,
You work with old people too, huh?
yeah,
Who me?
yeah, old racist white people.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
that's a whole
I
different
know the
dynamic.
vibe now. I know the vibe
Man.
now. Holy shit.
I can't even imagine.
I went
thought
to
you
my
said
I went to my
military.
my front office for the first time in like 3 months yesterday, and I drove past and one of our work vehicles had Trump stickers and rebel flags on the back of it.
Oh no.
Yeah, we know what that represents. Yeah, unfortunately.
Honestly though, like to go off what Nightshade was saying too, like if it wasn't for video games, I probably would have been like a full-blown artist.
Yeah.
Like,
If
cause
I
video games are honestly what got me into tech in the first place.
have
Like,
y'all ever asked what you would have been if you weren't
I think we
playing
did.
games?
I think we did. Like I asked that question like months ago. But just to kind of piggyback what Kenpachi was saying too. Like honestly, since I've always liked to write, like a lot of the stuff that I like to write about now all come from games,
mm,
like inspired by games in some form or fashion. So
Yeah.
yeah. Even though I'm pretty sure the topic will come up again at the dinner table tomorrow when I talk to my folks about it. It's like, I'm just saying, yeah, just get comfy. Like, I'm not giving this shit up. Like, yeah, I will be an old man trying to play games until I get arthritis or something,
that's what I'm
or
saying.
I
yo.
suffer a stroke or something. I can't play no more. And even
No,
then, I'll be trying to see what I can get.
my family don't ever expect like a family or kids anytime soon for me because I told them whenever I think I was 16, I was like, listen, I ain't getting married, yo. Y'all can just hang that shit up. You better look to my brother or one of my cousins. You better look to somebody else.
Yeah,
Don't look at me.
I don't
I
see
may
that
be the
side.
oldest in my family. I may be the oldest grandchild, but don't look at me. Don't come this way with it.
I don't think I'm gonna be married. It's just,
I'm
Ever?
sure I will.
it's-
I think I'm
it's just-
definitely positive I will one day, but just not anytime soon.
yeah.
I feel like if I'm in love with the person I am in love with,
Honestly,
I don't really need a marriage to really do all that, because it's like, yo, we're already certified as partners in our own right. Like, it don't really matter to anyone else. Plus, it's like,
But it is
marriage,
cool to make
marriage
it
in
like
America today, though, like,
Yeah.
is
I
that
mean,
really
that's a
the
whole nother
best?
topic in and of itself. I mean, the
Yeah.
reason why like marriages in America don't succeed is because people don't get to take the time to get to know each other. Like you got niggas that date for 6 months and they think that they found their soulmate and they run out and get married and then they actually have to live with that person and then they realize, oh shit, this person is not compatible. That's why divorces are so high. But I was just gonna say, I know we've been going off tangents, but it's like you may not feel like you want to get married now, but I'm just saying, at least for me, because I used to have that same kind of mentality. But like, as you get older, you start to get that you start to feel that pull. It's like,
Yeah.
like
You start feeling alone.
it's like why not? Like
You
why
want
why
that
not me?
connection.
Yeah, you want that connection. Not to
You
say
want
that
that guarantee,
Yeah.
like that feeling of what's the word I'm looking for?
that sense of security, is like
Security, yeah,
that
that's it,
security is like no matter what, like this person is not gonna leave me. They're not gonna leave me
Yeah.
high and dry. I mean, that's the idea.
Because the
of
older
it
you
anyway.
get, the further you get away from your parents, inevitably. Like that's just
Right.
like
So-
there's not a whole lot of people who are as close with their parents as they were when they were like children or teenagers.
Plus, I will say, marriage gets you that big tax break. So you think
Yeah.
you're not gonna get married until you see them taxes.
As long you just
So-
better not fuck up, because if you do, then them taxes ain't gonna matter, because all your money gone anyways.
Exactly. So that's why you gotta do it right. So
My
Unless
taxes.
you're Jeff Bezos.
he's the outlaw. He's the exception to the rule.
Hey, he don't care. He didn't even feel that shit when it hit his bank account.
He's like,
Chef,
oh,
did
Nigga said,
you-
oh, what happened? How much? Oh, okay.
Chef, did you answer the question?
I think he did.
No, I did not.
Oh, my bad.
I was just about to ask him.
Oh,
Well-
they don't care.
Oh, they don't.
Only my mother really knows I'm a gamer, but anybody outside of my mother, I guarantee you they don't care.
High key, that might be the same for me. Nobody cares outside of, well, my parents. Well, parents and stepdad. Nobody
I
cares.
mean,
outside of
obviously,
that.
because when you're when you're middle school, high school, and then you have to maintain like school life and that kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
like obviously my parents were more hard nosed against it. They would like put on limits and stuff like that. But now that I'm older and I can obviously make my own decisions, it's like I said, my mom's more receptive to it,
Mhm.
and she's tried to understand it. My dad is like, he doesn't understand it, but he's not going to stop me anymore because he's like, he look at me, he's like, boy, you 30 now, like it is what it is now.
I think
So-
my
You-
mom tried to like stop me from playing video games a couple times, and she just saw
Oh,
like
yeah.
it would not work. It was
I guess
not
my
gonna
thing
work.
is, the reason why I brought it up, at least to my folks, is I try to explain it to them. Is like I actually want to like share with them, like this is part of what made me who I am.
Mhm.
Because like I've been told is like, yeah, like you've changed as a person, you changed for the better, and you actually become more mature. And I
Yeah.
actually want to explain to them, it's like, hey, games had a big part of that. Like, I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm actually trying to open up to you is like exactly what makes your son who he is.
Mhm.
And like I said, my mom's receptive to it. I think my dad, once I start breaking it down like in the methods that he can understand, he would accept it as well. So,
My
and I think the other thing that
grandmother
helps
just think I'd
too-
be wasting away on the
Oh, now,
computer.
also, another thing, real quick. This is like a cliche, but like, this is actually like genuinely something that like happens. Is like, I always tell my mom. So, well, not always, but like sometimes whenever it's brought up, like, bro, like I could be out in the streets like going crazy, but instead I'm just in here kind of playing games. Like,
That's
I could
the same
easily-
shit I said to my grandmother,
Yeah.
yo.
yeah, like I could be a demon out here, but I just be in the crib.
Nah, listen, bro. Don't let Kenpachi fool you. That man's still doing 80 and a 55. He
Listen,
don't-
listen,
That's what I'm
listen,
saying, bro. Walk off of that forge
He
and
don't, he don't care, yo.
Listen,
I-
yo.
I could be out here like savaging niggas, but I'm just in the crib, minding my business, playing these games, and like not bothering anybody. I don't do no harm to nobody. Like, it's like, bro, like games are really like what kind of
I would be
made.
hella bored without those games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I
I
would
mean,
read and write and do all kind
I
of
was about to
stuff.
say,
and
I
be
would just go
I'd
back to
be
reading
hella
and writing.
I would be
That's it.
so hella bored though. It's like because I have an overactive imagination, so that's probably why
Yeah.
I've stuck with games so long. Because they fuel my imagination.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like my mom has asked me like, have you ever thought about being like a pro gamer? Because she sees like those stories on like Good Morning America about like Fortnite pros and Call of Duty pros making all this money and Twitch streamers and stuff. I was like, you ever thought about doing that? Because it's like, yeah, you could do it as long as it makes you money. But I was like, yeah, I've thought about it, Mom. But yeah, the pitfalls that go into that, I don't want no part of it. So.
Yeah,
They
I got
sanity
to
heavy when you're a pro.
the very edge of being a pro gamer. Like I was pretty much a semi-pro. The only thing I hadn't done was gone to a LAN tournament in Call of Duty. Like I had already won tournaments. I'd played with pro players and scrims. And once you get to that point, bro, like I was in high school doing this shit, and I was depressed when I got there.
Right.
Like it's just a non-stop fucking grind. You wake up and that's all you do.
That's all you do. If Twitch streamers, that's all you get. Well,
And
wake
if
up,
you
gotta
stop, if
You
you
lose
stop for any
momentum.
amount of time, you fell off.
Exactly. You
That's
imagine,
what
like,
streaming, bro. It's like
that's how it's-
I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know how strong it is for like Kenpachi, but like bro, like genuinely, dog. I know I don't put the effort in, but like if there's one thing I wanted genuinely to be successful at, it would be Twitch streaming. But the shit is not like
so many
easy at all.
pitfalls. Honestly, I said the
not
same thing
easy
about
at all.
YouTube, like being a YouTuber. That honestly, bro, that ship has sailed. Like if you're trying to blow up and make money off of Twitch streaming or YouTubing, don't do it.
You gotta wait
That
till
sh-
the next game.
that
Like
ship-
I think the
That
last
ship has
time it
sailed, to
was
be honest with you.
the last time he was able to do that was Fortnite. Like to genuinely blow up, it was Fortnite. Because that was the last time I seen like a huge influx, like a massive influx of new content.
Even with
creators.
even with me taking fighting games more competitively and shit, I'm not trying to get signed by like a team or get sponsored by anybody. I'm just trying to get good enough to go to majors and then crack top 8 and collect whatever money I get and go home. I'm not trying to blow it up and be the next, be the next best Taki player. Even though I think that'd be nice. I do fantasize about that. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not trying to make a career out of it. I'm just trying to do it because I want to. So.
Yep.
That was a nice little spiel. Think we can go ahead top it off from right there.
Maybe I need to stop playing games for a little bit.
To get better at them.
He needs to get better at game bans.
Who checking me in these games?
Bans might be the one that needs to take a break.
You said I gotta get better.
He needs to go. We need to drop him off in the desert and let him walk around and do some soul searching. If he makes it out, and he
gonna come back. He gonna come back Shroud.
He gonna come back and get right back. After he probably won't even get a haircut or a shave. Now he get right back on that game and pull up the sniper rifle right back out. Bro. He ain't gonna learn.
He better be pulling numbers. Then. He better be pulling numbers.
He pulling numbers now. It's just on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
He pulling death numbers. All right.
He
shout out bands though.
Shout out bands, yo.
But I'd say what you call it?
Sniper down, bro. He has to put that sniper down, bro. There's no other.
He's picking it up. He deadass doesn't use nothing else. I thought it was just like a joke. He really doesn't do nothing.
I've been sniping since Black Ops 3.
He has all the attachments and everything. It's like, bro, 18 and 77.
Well, yeah, I mean, 100 games in, you finally get all the attachments. That's nice.
My God. I tell you, bro.
You should get better at games now.
Go follow bands at twitch.tv/a_neo_tokyo.
If I was playing a game and throwing that hard in every lobby, I think I'd stop sniping.
Throwing what?
Throwing.
I mean,
now you heard me.
Oh my God, what does that mean?
That's exactly what he's doing.
I mean, he's yucking the entire enemy team the whole match.
He's feeding, bro. He's literally feeding.
Go to his Twitch channel right now and pull up the last stream that he did.
He was
and watch his footage when he was playing with us on the channel. Oh my God.
Feeding.
He gets mad. Like, bro, I don't know what to attribute it. I'll be like, bro, he gets mad too easily, but now I don't even know because he has
it's just like, bro.
Imagine you're banging your head against a brick wall because you're trying to get to the other side, and your head's bleeding, you're hemorrhaging all over the place, but he keeps doing it.
He does do the same stuff, and it's like, bro,
same stuff, and
you gotta play COD like COD. You can't play it like.
He doesn't change his play style. He keeps running out in the middle of the field trying to quick scope everybody, and when it works twice in a row, that's when he gets that high. He's like, "Yo, I can do this." And then when it doesn't work, the other 80 times.
I remember playing on Nuketown, and we were in the center of the map, looking towards the yellow house. And I peeked the bus. I killed a guy. And then here come Bans with a sniper. He didn't even peek it. That motherfucker just ran right out there, got shot by 3 people. And then he just like, I don't understand. Look at these camping bitches. I'm like, bro, I was there. I know what happened.
Seen everything. You gotta put that sniper down, fam.
I think Marty said it too, because if you keep fucking around with these snipers, when he goes to a different gun, it's gonna fuck up his aim there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's enough about Ben. Go follow his Twitch channel /ABO Tokyo. Subscribe to him, please.
Please.
Oh, God. Yo, what games
I didn't
on
have
that
any
at, bro?
anime topics because we've been watching our shows, but ain't nothing really really happening like that.
Yeah.
Nah, they gonna have to explain Mr. Juggernaut, and they gonna have to get
They
Shinra.
did. He wears a lot of layers.
No, it's not enough.
You think he's dead, Chef?
No.
No.
He's just heavily incapacitated.
And when
He
they
ain't got-
resurrect
he ain't got
him,
a-
they
he ain't
better
got a
tell
foot
us
no
what the
more.
hell is going on with his suit. Because
He ain't got a
them
foot
saying
no
he gets a lot of layers is not gonna happen. It's not helping me at all.
When he finally ran out of layers, that's when he got his hand cut off.
And his
I
foot.
need to know how he's regenerating these layers and where the hell his body
He's
is underneath the layers.
He's just a simple
there.
farm boy. He wants to grow his potatoes.
You didn't see him,
Man.
Chef, whenever he didn't have his uniform or the uniform on. He was wearing his military uniform. He's like really skinny.
Yeah, I know he's skinny, but
Is he that skinny that it warps dimensions?
Sure.
no, because I remember he said he. Thank goodness I got the cover. He said his body is on the left side or the right side of his suit. So really, I don't know how he.
So his body is in the suit. Is that what he said?
His body's in the suit, but he has it in a way where his he's only doing he's only covering a third of it with his body, and the rest of it is just there.
All that being
That's
said, he's a more
killer.
interesting character.
That
than
nigga
Shinra.
is yo.
Yeah.
I remember him
That
saying,
nigga
but they still need to
bending
explain that better.
physics. What the fuck?
Because why?
I'm just curious to who's gonna come save Shinra. Well, actually, we already know. What's his name pulled up at the end of the episode with
I
the
don't
plasma
remember.
sword.
Oh, Arthur.
Yeah, that nigga pulled up. So now we know who's gonna save Shinra. He couldn't do anything on his own. Like he got like 3 people killed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
wait, guys, and they're fucking dead.
Oh, I'm just gonna outrun him so I can hit him real fast.
Hey.
This is obviously not working. That didn't work on the last 2 villains you fought.
Listen, bro, I picked up on this in the first season. I knew this nigga was gonna be useless. He was doing nothing.
He wasn't getting. He wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't getting stronger. Like
He's
Or
not
if he-
getting
if-
stronger, and well, there's not like he's almost. No, really, yeah, no, he just doesn't. He doesn't have a training
he-
arc. There's
or if he is-
nothing.
Yeah, if he is getting stronger, it's very marginal. Like the slimmest of margins. He knows
think
one
it's-
extra technique than he did like a season ago.
I think it's gonna get to the point where we're gonna get to like a closing kind of segment on the arc, or maybe the end of the show, and then all of a sudden he's just gonna have crazy power. I guarantee you.
That's how they
He's
usually do it.
gonna tap into the evangelist. He's just gonna be OP. He's gonna be like Hollow Ichigo.
Yeah.
Yo.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
how
just
it
gonna
ends
come out of
up.
nowhere. It was there the whole time. He was just holding back.
Where's his brother?
Yeah, I was about to say he
Yeah,
gonna
that
be
nigga
on
been
time
going the
travel
whole
to find
season.
his brother or
The
some shit
whole
like that
season.
at the last episode,
Brother
and then
can
all of a
stop
sudden his
fucking
brother
time.
come in. It's like nah. What a
I
tank.
can tell where his what it's gonna do with his brother too. His brother's gonna have a change of heart. So I'm on the good guys now. I'm gonna help my brother. I remember who my brother is. I'm gonna stop.
I love my brother.
I know where that's going.
No more
Yada,
pillars.
yada, 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 yada.
I'd
Yeah,
be making up my own characters, bro, with shows like this. Like I made up another pillar where he can transform into an infernal at will. That's a more interesting character than Shinra.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think old dude with the bug eyes was more interesting.
Another lackluster MC.
Yeah,
that
At
what
the
I'm saying?
moment, he's just they saving him up for something probably.
Yeah. I think
Where's
he's gonna
Hibana
take.
too, bruh?
I think he's
least- at
gonna
least-
take a replace
least
of the reactor girl.
Oh, true. That's what I'm saying. At least put Ibana out there. At least put my waifu of the year out there. Come on.
Yeah,
man. Give me
I
something
need
to look
some.
at.
I need some material tonight.
Yo, what's good with you?
Yo.
I
What are
said
you doing?
everything short of that.
Can we
That's
let's end the
crazy.
podcast?
Nah, I'm just gonna get to the
Yeah.
point.
God
What
damn.
are you doing?
Let's end the
Anyway.
podcast
What are you
on
doing?
that note. Yo.
I just-
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened
point.
this week?
Crazy.
Yo,
Oh,
What
yeah.
are you doing?
Come on, you didn't see
Yeah.
Higurashi last week, did you?
I did not.
You trying to watch that tonight? You ain't working tomorrow.
I'm not. Yeah, we can.
Oh, now he not
That
working.
boy was like, nah, I'm trying to get on that COD.
I really
We
was
can play- we
trying to
can
get
play
on COD.
I'm getting on caught after this.
We can do
Hey,
that.
Hey,
after
we on
we go.
zombies?
No, Nikki.
Why?
Honestly, I'm not. My final verdict on that zombies. I'm not all that impressed with it. I'm waiting for the next map.
Same. I've only played 2 games on that map, and I'm waiting for more content. I'm
I'm
not
only using
playing
it to
another
get these
rehash. Shit.
dynamic calling cards. I only need to
Yeah.
do one more or a few more things to get the one I need, and then I'm done with the really because that map is too easy.
Yo, it is kind of a joke. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's extremely casual.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. One thing I don't fuck with that they took out is that you don't get points for just shooting the zombies. Like I like stacking up
do?
my points, bro.
They
No,
made
like-
it that way so you can use auto weapons.
Really?
Because
Wait, what?
if you shooting zombies with a specific weapon that gets you the most points, then you're not gonna use auto weapons.
Oh yeah, because
But giving you
niggas used
weapons per
to
kill, and then you can just use any weapon to get those kills. Then yeah, that's what
you be on round like 50 shooting people with like a base. You shooting zombies like a base MP5 just to stack up points
hmm
for fun. Like I always like that though. Like I like seeing my point
Yeah, but
counter
that
go
shit
up.
never worked because the majority of your points come from when the zombie dies.
Yeah, but if you shoot into like a fat ass train, your point gain is incredible.
I suppose.
So who
Not
wants
bad.
zombies though?
Nobody. You. Just
Just
you.
Why you
said
don't-
I'm waiting for the next map, bro.
But
That's
who we
you.
about to close out though?
You hear me? You said
True.
That's what
I'm taking my
saying.
pants off after this.
What are you
Yo,
doing?
I'm
What
about
are you
to
doing?
be
I just told you what I'm doing.
balls out,
No.
my G.
Alright, Mitch, you go play your little zombies and I'll do my thing.
So what you gonna do?
All
We're
over the
gonna be raiding
timeline.
that Nuketown.
So
Yeah,
I gotta
Blitz.
talk. I got.
I'm about
gotta
to get
talk.
on Reddit,
so,
bro.
so hey. So Blitz.
Yo, House and Ramen been
Close
hitting lately.
close the statements.
Closing statement. To quote the great philosopher of our days, Christina Valenzuela, aka the voice of darkness, Konosuba, roosters crow, but crows caw. Make it make sense. I wholeheartedly
What?
agree.
I
I
feel
wholeheartedly
that.
agree. I wholeheartedly agree. That makes no fucking sense.
I feel that.
What?
Yeah.
Roosters.
I'm about to retweet that. You'll see.
Wait, what? Roosters? What?
Roosters crow, but crows caw. Make it make sense. Go.
Yo, it remind me of an episode of My Wife and Kids. And boy Junior said, "How come a fly can fly, but an elephant can't elephant?"
Oh my god. Yo, my nigga Junior. Yo, what's he been up to, yo?
It was funny as hell, bro.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Bro. That nigga Junior was simple, yo.
A fly can fly.
Oh, shit.
Elephant.
That's funny as shit. Chef, close the statement.
Yes, I do agree that the zombies map is lackluster because I actually watched a video recently that showcased every map from World at War to Black Ops 4, and it's a lot of them that I missed that were a lot better.
I think they just give you too many
Yes, sir.
resources. Like
That
Nightshade said, it's
way
too
too
casual.
You get all your perks and shit.
I'm not used to having a mini map. I'm not used to calling in kill streaks for zombies, bruh. What?
That's some
And
dumb shit.
also, bro, like you literally have so much invincibility in that shit.
you're
I'm
so tanky,
telling you.
You have a what's the weapon?
They gave
Not
you
weapon,
body
the field
armor,
upgrade.
yo.
The field upgrade is so what's it called? It's like
No, the field
acre-
upgrade
acre
doesn't bother
one.
me. But the field upgrade doesn't bother me because the last 2 games had weapons you could call out at will that needed to be charged up, just like the field upgrade.
I don't want to sound like I'm
No,
complaining.
I'm
'cause I
saying,
got
but the
too much
field
stuff to
grade,
work with.
the field upgrade, literally, it lets you at rank 3, you can teleport a distance away, and
Yeah,
you're
like a gobble
invulnerable. Like you're literally invincible.
like
Or not
like
invincible.
a gobble gum.
Gobblegum.
I'm-
Wait,
Hey,
Gobble
bruh,
Gum?
I'm just so used to having just jug and then just live. And
Yeah.
Yeah, Jug
living
and
on your
Jug is
evasive
just
maneuvers and your shooting skills.
Jug doesn't feel that crazy anymore, man.
No,
It
because you
kinda-
got body armor.
yeah.
Yeah.
The f-
They need
make
to take
zombies
that
great.
shit out, low key.
Make zombies great again.
Nightshade,
Yup.
close the statement.
Oh, that's me.
Or Lightshade, you know what your alter
Lampshade,
ego.
sir.
Oh,
Lampshade.
lampshade. You're
Lampshade.
right. You're right. You're right.
Lampshade.
You're right.
Oh, they are. Listen, bro. Every week I come on here and I just think about all these PS5 topics we got, and I'm just still trying to justify the money I spent on this thing. So I just
The
need
games ain't
y'all.
out yet. It's an
I
investment,
just
like
listen. I just need y'all to keep me in your prayers because this shit's looking rough.
Why
next
you
7
no
years.
play? Why you no play Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition?
Because I already played Devil May Cry 5, and I don't care about Edgelord Virgil like you and
Yo,
Cass.
you gonna stop disrespecting that?
And you
nigga,
gonna
bro.
stop telling me to play the game?
No, nigga, you gonna play Virgil?
No, he's
I
not.
don't know. I don't know.
I think that's the point, Mitch. He's
bro,
not.
I don't know, Mitch. You don't hold no
Virgil's
rank.
overrated
Bro.
anyway.
You said what? I don't hold no rank.
You don't hold no rank,
I
bro.
can hold his PS5.
No, you can't. Go get
Yes,
one
I
right
can.
now. Go get one
Alright.
right now.
Nice shit. I'm
You
outside.
really want to steal from an electrician, bro?
That's what I'm saying. He'll cut your power.
Not in my state. He ain't my electrician.
Alright,
Shit.
the way that nigga move, I don't know.
It's not about him cutting your power. It's about who he knows that can cut your power.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga say he the
You
best.
don't know this, Mitch. My company actually has a union in Florida.
My part.
I got niggas on speed dial.
Oh.
Nigga sound scared.
Mitch, why was they eating bad
Nigga
sauce?
stuttering.
You said what?
Why was they eating bad
My
sauce?
part.
Why was they? You asking me like I'm supposed to know, nigga?
I mean, that's your
I
territory.
literally just got done explaining how I just be in the crib booling, and you asking me about some shit that happens outside.
Why
Come
would
on, bro.
they? Why would
Come
they?
on, bro.
Why would
You
a
have to be
Floridian?
outside,
If
not
I'm-
inside.
If I'm leaving this crib, it's gonna be to get this PS5.
Casket?
Either whether it
Oh,
be from
shit.
Nightshade or from Best Buy.
Oh shit.
No matter what, that's probably the only reason I'm gonna leave this crib.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to go to the bathroom sometime.
And
No,
Mitch,
the-
your last words.
my
Yeah,
last
divers.
words.
Yeah, your last
Uh,
words. Cause if you pull that move, that shit gonna be on your head, my G.
What move?
Hey.
Oh,
I ain't-
we done now.
Oh, we're done now.
Nah,
Alright.
we in the southeast, nigga. Everybody got guns.
Oh,
My neighbors
shit.
literally be setting off bombs.
Oh shit.
Nah,
I'm joking.
But,
I
Final-
pick the pictures off my fucking wall up every day.
House
what
of
the
Ramen,
talking
man.
about, bro? Bro.
I'm on the House of Ramen, Fred.
This nigga shit, I'm black. Nah, but hey man,
Yo.
and yeah, that's about it.
As expected.
Yeah. Closing
Nah,
words.
on some real shit, on some real shit though. I hope y'all have a
Hurry
great
up.
Thanksgiving.
That dumb
Be
shit.
be safe, you know, because obviously
Suck-
COVID be out here.
slaughter
But
motherfuckers for
enjoy your
every-
Thanksgiving. Yo, shut up.
Tell him. Chef, let him
Enjoy,
know. Let him know.
enjoy your Thanksgiving. You know what I'm
This is why
saying?
Julius Caesar was set up.
And yo, you can't be talking over me, bro. I'm trying to give a fucking outro.
You right.
Fuck it.
Nah, but yeah, enjoy Thanksgiving. Read Berserk, read Hunter x Hunter, and
That's
no,
some
read Hunter
shame
x Hunter, bro.
shit.
Fuck all
No,
that,
I've been
bro.
telling you
Yeah.
niggas that shit for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
read
we
it,
still ain't done it. What's that
read
tell
it
you?
so it'll get finished,
It'll never get finished. He'll be
Bro.
dead before then.
bro.
Oh,
if Togashi
damn.
sees the support,
I'm
if
just telling
Togashi
him like-
sees the support,
Uh-huh.
he'll fuck with it, bro. I
Can he get his
promise.
wife to do it? She runs Sailor Moon. She can just hire some niggas to do it.
He don't want nobody touching this shit. That's why.
Well, I
'Cause
guess it's
that's
not gonna
his
get finished
shit.
then.
Ain't never gonna
If
get
he was
done.
serious
though.
about it, he would have done it by now.
No, he's serious about niggas not touching this shit. That's why.
Nah,
this
I
shit's
think
been
he
on
ain't got no
hiatus.
backbone.
Well, his back is fucked up because
Exactly.
niggas
Yeah,
been
I'm
sitting in that same chair writing.
Weak.
Well, start standing up. If you really about it,
Nigga says
he
start
don't want to.
standing
He don't
up.
want to finish the project. That's what. it
Listen,
sound
bro, I knew a nigga I used to play zombies with that stood up for 13 hours during a zombies game. We didn't know it till the end.
How?
And this nigga can't stand up and write some manga? Come on, bro. I think he just weak.
I mean, he been writing manga in general since like the 80s. So you know.
Yeah,
Don't
you
tell me he's
right.
good at it.
Like 30 chapters later, here we are.
Yusuke or Yu and Hunter x Hunter, he been going on a marathon. With this
Anyway,
shit.
Hunter's not really gonna finish. I hate to tell you.
That's some. Hey man, but still read it anyway. It's a good story. And
Yeah.
read it so maybe it'll get finished. I hope.
You done?
Maybe. No, I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My close statement. Shit, I don't know. Eat good tomorrow, I guess. Like Chef said, it's fuck Christopher Columbus over this way. Niggas slaughtered millions was
yeah.
bringing diseases
This
and
is
Speaking of
everything.
which-
going out.
Hey,
Nigga,
Twitch, can y'all get this nigga?
hold
off
on, hold on. Nigga, dumb enough didn't even mean to come here in the first place.
the
Nigga just got lucky. His goofy ass got stranded, like, was it a month before? In, like, South America on some dumb shit?
He was looking for
Bro,
you.
he didn't complete his mission. He's literally a failure, bro.
Nigga's a
That nigga has
failure,
done
but y'all
nothing good.
idolize him. Like, no, bro, get.
Speaking of
no.
which, you know what tomorrow is? Because my phone told me this today, because of my calendar. Well, it's Native American Heritage Day.
Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
that's some
Interesting.
disrespectful ass shit, yo.
So,
Yeah, but I don't understand, and I'm really trying to get the fuck out of here. But I don't understand why people hate Thanksgiving so much. Like, I understand that it's based off of a racist holiday.
Oh yeah, you should still be
But-
thankful. You should still be
Yeah, I
thankful.
don't-
Yeah,
for
that's
your
what I'm
people.
saying. Like, can I just enjoy the time with my family and eat
with
food?
my family and
Yeah,
eat,
yeah.
and eat
I don't
fast
think
food
we-
that
I
we
think-
ordinarily wouldn't eat on a regular basis.
Right.
Yeah, I think we all
Because always
do.
you got to be mad about something.
I think we all
Yeah.
do.
I was about to go off on Benji because he changed his name to Fuck Thanksgiving Bodega Cat. I'm like, nigga, why you always got to be making a political statement about something? Ain't nobody trying to see that. But I
Yeah,
digress.
Keep him muted, bro.
But I digress.
I listen, bro. I said it once. I said it again. I ain't heard that nigga in 3 years.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I mean, he's good people.
Let
This is-
bygones be
sometimes-
bygones, my
sometimes
nigga.
Nah, bro,
sometimes
he's
not
not
trying to hear
muted.
it.
I
If
just
you
can't
had
hear
it,
him.
if you had let bygones be bygones, would we be the good friends we are today?
If you could spell bygones, I might listen to you.
All right, everybody have a good Thanksgiving.
I
We'll see
hate
y'all
you.
next week maybe for this Cyberpunk shit. We'll see. We'll keep y'all posted probably.
And my closing statement. Happy Thanksgiving. And
Eat food.
Eat food. Be
Get
safe.
that itis.
Yeah, get the itis. Don't try to hop on the road when you get the itis. Don't be stupid. Relax. You better have brought a blanket. But
Chef,
yeah.
Did you enjoy my clip?
Kenpachi is out. Peace.
Be easy.
Be greasy. Easy breezy.
What is that?
Cover, nigga.